to do. I ain't got no problem with it. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's give a warm rousing applause to none other than.
I thought you were about to. Like,
I didn't have nothing because the thing is.
Yeah, I was like.
yeah. Because the thing is, have we made the decision yet about the
name?
Right.
I don't know. I guess it's whatever we name it until the people vote. So as of now, it's still not another damn podcast.
So yeah. So for those who are just tuning in on this episode, what we found out, if you can search it, there is another
Imposters
podcast.
Imposters.
Yep. With the title "Not Another Damn Podcast." Since it
be on people, they black people.
Mm-hmm.
It be on people, man.
Even though they're in season 2.
I mean, it be on people who do it first.
They shot 267 episodes.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. That's a lot.
Yeah.
They don't get a lot of views, though. They're consistent as shit.
We're not judging, all right?
I mean, I'm just saying for 260 episodes, if they do one a week, they must be doing like every day or something like that. Because that's years in the game.
No, that's 1 year if you do it every day.
Nah, that's 52 weeks in a year.
256. I said 257 episodes.
Yeah. So by then they should have like 4 years.
I said every day.
Oh yeah, every day. That's what I'm saying. They do every day. Yeah. I was thinking every weekly though. Every weekly.
So we're asking you guys, should we change the name to Lackaroni and Chaz, or should we keep the name Not Another Damn Podcast?
I feel like the people are gonna pick Lackaroni and Chaz.
Lackaroni and Chaz.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's silly. It's airy.
It is. It's funny.
It's light. It is funny. And then the person who created it, we're gonna give you $1,000
in Usher bucks.
Remember Usher gave a girl herpes?
No one talks about that no more.
No, why not?
It just went away.
That's a big deal.
That's a huge deal.
Usher gave someone herpes,
but do we
knowingly?
Know for sure?
Huh?
Do we know for sure
that he gave her? Yeah, it was the whole court case and everything. It was like Usher gives out herpes.
Is it just speculations?
No.
Or they say yes. Wow, this is the DNA of Usher,
and then he didn't tell her. And then so when she had herpes, she found out it was him, and she sued him. Everybody made a bigger deal of how big the girl was.
I don't believe this, man. I need for y'all to fact check this.
Usher gave a girl herpes. I thought
it was just a woman saying that, yeah, Usher gave me herpes.
No, they had a whole court case.
Right. But was it proven?
Yeah, it was proven. Usher got that herp, and he giving it out for free. Usher bucks and herpes.
Oh, my God.
That's why my wife wanted to go see him in Vegas. I'm like, I'm not catching herpes. We're not doing that.
Herpes get a bad rap. Herpes. The thing is, herpes can't kill you. Let's talk about the deadly one, because herpes is typically just like a common cold.
It comes and goes,
right?
But it's with you forever.
But it's
like herp don't go nowhere.
But
herp is here to stay.
But it doesn't kill you. It's more like head lice. It's like, damn it, dude.
But how often do you get head lice, Dion? Have you ever had lice?
No.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, like, if something's like that, it's like people are like, "Oh, get this away from me."
More importantly, Dion, have you ever had herpes?
I had it. I got rid of it.
You know when you know somebody has herpes? When they go, everybody has herpes.
Yeah. Oh, so you're one of the everyone's.
Yeah, it's a herp guy.
Yeah, because
everybody has herpes. Because I've never had a cold sore either.
Oh, you never had a cold sore?
So I've never had herpes of any kind.
Yeah.
Also, I take care of my lips. I've had a pimple close though. It was like right here, and I was like,
"What's happening?
Is that a herpes?
What's happening?"
Nah, it's a pimple.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah. After I was. So, it's definitely something I'm trying to take up for it. But after I realized that herpes is just, I think it's an outbreak. Mm-hmm. It's like it doesn't affect your body at all. It's just kind of like a eczema.
You should be able to call off for like a herpes outbreak. Like,
so what does it do? Does it give you hives or something? What is it?
Yeah, you just get
I know it's an outbreak. It gives you bumps, but does it like curls you over like scoliosis? like how? Why do you gotta call off?
I don't know. I've never had them. I don't know. I've been STD free since 1985.
Herpes are universal periods.
Universal.
I would say male periods, but obviously women can get periods.
I don't think they come that often though, do they? Do they come once a month?
They come from stress.
Really?
Or I don't know. I know people when they say, I've heard Dane Cook say, I'm stressed out. Now my herpes outbreak is going to come out. I know he said it as a joke, but I'm assuming that he did some research on that.
I'm pretty sure he did zero research on that. That don't sound like a research stat.
He said he has it.
That doesn't sound something I'm like, oh yeah. Dane Cook does his homework about jokes. That's not a guy.
Oh my God, I'm stressed out. My herpes breakout is coming. So I assume that when you're stressed out, it comes out. I'm pretty
sure it's a factor.
Because there's chemical imbalances.
I don't think herpes is a chemical imbalance. I think it's a venereal disease, isn't it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought it was a skin to skin, blood to blood entering sort of thing. Because because your lips are, when it comes to lip herpes, it typically comes from the outside, the dryness in the inside of your lip, and it's typically a smidget of your blood.
You know what people should be taking from this? That mean you don't have herpes. Because people who have STDs know all about it.
Well,
let me break down syphilis for you. Like, I don't know. I've never had to be like, let me check out this thing.
I would hate to add on to that. Me either. Mm-hmm. But I've definitely have been burnt before in my life.
Most people haven't.
Yeah. I'm not even afraid to say. Yeah, I've been scot free. I remember Mace had said that one time. He said, "I've had sex with thousands of women. I've never got an STD." I was like, "Damn." My second time was with a woman.
I got a buddy. He got chlamydia his first go.
Damn.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So you know what? The girl I got.
And he had waited for so long.
He waited. Oh no! How old was he?
He was in his 20s. Like late 20s, and he just
I was
so funny.
The girl I got burnt by, everybody said to me, "Dude, she a freak, man. Don't mess with her. Don't mess with her." I'm like, "But she got a big booty though. She got a big booty. I gotta see what they talking about."
Never trust.
She's been flirting with me.
Big booty and a smile. The oldest. Mm-hmm. That was I think the great philosopher. Plato said that. Never trust a big booty and a smile. Yep. That was Socrates taught him that. So.
He also said backstage, underage, adolescents. How you doing?
That's also a very, very one of those lines. Somebody should be like, "Hey, y'all can't say
trust
that.
You, man. It's gonna kill.
Y'all can't say that.
It's gonna be the one that's like, nigga, you the one that's poison."
Why do people like children?
So. I hate that I can't say no, but I'm justifying this.
Okay.
Purity. As in they haven't been with anybody and it's smooth. I'm assuming that, shaved.
I'm assuming it wouldn't be. I feel like it'd just be wild. I don't know what they're doing.
And,
unless you go way younger.
Right.
I was talking like high school, but.
And I'm assuming that their penis is bigger to them. Mm-hmm. So it's like now they feel that I'm dominating. Because if I get a woman my size, it's like, what is this? But if I get a woman with a smaller vagina, now I feel like I have a bigger penis.
There's a big push. I don't know if it's as big. There was a big push to make pedophilia a
normalized.
Yeah, it was like to make it a sexual orientation or something like that. And I said, hey man, you can like whatever you want, But if you want to come up to me and be like, Chaz, can I take your 8-year-old daughter's hand in marriage? Jesus, you losing that whole hand, fam.
Mary, the Virgin, Jesus' mom was 12.
Jesus' mom was 12?
Yeah. Yep. At that time, man, they developed quicker. Mentally.
It's not even that they developed quicker.
Mentally.
I don't think they even developed quicker mentally. I think it was just pedophilia was legal.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was just that they were like, hey, you all right, here's the other side of that though. When you're able to reproduce, technically your body's ready, correct?
Right.
So I guess our bodies mature faster than we do because having a kid, as you know, is a lot.
A lot of responsibility.
I was 33,
yeah,
and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So you're able to have kids, at 12, right? Mm-hmm. Male or female. For the most part. So I can understand in a time where you go, hey, this person right now is having their reproductive cycle, then that means they're ready to. Right. That does make sense, though, logically. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't.
Right.
But logically, it does make sense that somebody's body says it's time, so therefore it's time.
Absolutely.
It's the dudes who are 40, 12-year-olds went and got it on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Even
like, be a part of that.
Yeah, but it's the dudes who are, what is it? You double their age and add 7. You ever heard about that?
No.
I think it's like a.
As in, that's the max you can be?
No, like that's how you're supposed to pick your wife. You're supposed to divide your age in half, then add 7. So
that's the age you should be with?
Yeah. So like I'm 35. Oh, shit, odd number. I'm 34. I'm 36.
Wow.
My God. I'm 36. Divide that by 2, you get
18.
Okay. All right.
18.
Is that what it is? And then you add 7.
Which would be
24. 5-ish, right? So then my wife was supposed to be 25-year-old, right? So that's supposed to be the how you pick your.
Not sick, but.
But for a time where you got married young,
right?
It's very different. So if you're 30, 15, that would still be 20 something, right? Mm-hmm. That's not bad.
No.
But I guess cats are getting married when people were getting married at fucking 15. That's crazy. But they would pick their wives. They would, of course, children.
I would love to see the origin of that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's a real law. This is what I've heard before. And I want to say it's some type of Middle Eastern African area. But I'm very ignorant. I'm telling you guys on this now before I get a bunch of letters. I don't know fully. I just heard it through the grapevine somehow like that. Okay? So if somebody wants to correct that, please do. Please don't come at me like I'm a... like I'm very ignorant. I don't know.
We're not straying away from any uncomfortable conversations.
We don't, do we?
No.
But you know why? Because it's dope that if I can't say any of these combos on daddy issues.
Absolutely.
It becomes a whole different thing.
Right. We figuring this out.
And
we have to ask these questions because people are uncomfortable.
Yeah, but this is why me and you work, bro.
Absolutely.
Because me and you can have these combos and be like, actually, and let me think.
Let's think about it.
Here's the dumb, stupid side, and here's the actual intellectual.
And let's put our minds into pedophiles. Why? Why? Is this a mental illness?
Yeah.
I had this conversation with my guy about how it's uncomfortable to talk about people's sexual orientation. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm interested into a young lady, and I'm like, yo, what's up with your friend? Mm-hmm. I'm feeling her. And she's like, and you're like, I can't tell you, like the rumors are out. Is she gay? Mm-hmm. You're like, I can't, that's not my business to tell you. Right. It's like, wait, that's not your business to tell me. Like, what if she was married? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hey, I'm interested in your friend. Can I get with her?
She's married.
No, you can't. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy when I ask you, was she gay? And you get, it's not my business to tell me. No, you need to tell me if she's gay or not. It's not my business to tell you.
If the friend wouldn't want you to tell, that's different.
Oh, right? if it's a secret, if they still
not even that, but like I'm big on. I don't know how this person might react, so I can't say it. You know what I mean? If I know, I'll be like you my guy, right? But trust is a thing that if someone trusts me, I can't say it, even though I trust you.
So if they're married, you can't tell me that?
Yeah, but that's not what you're talking about. You're not talking about the marriage part. But you're talking about their sexual, because they might not want that out. But if they had a big ass fucking celebration of big ass marriage, and you're like, well, you know, this person's openly married, right? But if somebody is low key on their sexual orientation, they may not want to know, and I can't be like, this person confided in me, but y'all heard she gay. I can't be like, hey man,
how am I supposed to find out? So I gotta ask her. I gotta ask them, hey, I'm interested in you, and it's like, it is like, hey man, I went up to her and asked her, can I take you out? And she told me she was gay. You could have told me that, man. You could have saved me the heartbreak.
I could have. I'm sorry. I could not tell you that, though. I was bounded by trust.
But what if she actually felt sorry for me because I did that? We actually went out and we went on a date. And then she's like, yo, I went out on a date on Dion because I couldn't I couldn't work myself up to say that I was gay, what I should do.
Want me to tell him?
It's not my business to tell.
I tell him you gay. I text him right now.
Like, now you gonna tell?
Hey man, she gay. She told me I could. Bro, I think few people actually.
Spent $58 on her, man. You could have saved me some money before I took her out.
I could have. But I would say if someone was like, yo, she got, like, I don't know, you should probably ask them for coffee.
For coffee?
Because it's cheap. Like, don't ask them for a real date. People shouldn't go on real dates like, let's go to dinner and a movie. People should go do coffee.
I mean, you want the first impressions to be nice.
No. I mean, you want it to be nice. I want it to be mad casual because this is what you're getting. You're not going to get the let's go out on dates all the time. People are like, we don't date anymore. Why do we go on dates? I'm like, dates, they add up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So your first impressions is cheap?
I don't think it's even cheap. I just go like, I'm a laid back casual person, right? So if somebody wants more, you're not for me anyways. You know what I mean? But if I'm like, hey, let's go get some coffee. I know this great place to get tea, blah, blah, blah. And you go like, that's it. I'm like, oh, well, we're good then.
Wow.
Like, we don't have to do it at all.
Which is like, I don't like coffee and tea.
Well, let's figure something else out. That's not me paying $100 for a date. Especially because I don't know if I like you.
Okay.
You might be fine, but you might be a horrible person.
Right. So
Pre-date.
But why don't you ask them, where could I take you? I'm
not gonna ask you. Here's my suggestions.
What would you like our first date to be?
If I'm like, hey, so like, you know, I'm big on arcades. I'm big on walks. I'm big on sitting down for coffee. If none of those register, then I might be like, well, hey, what's something you like? If you're like, with the Chateau de Grand is a great place, I'm like, let me Google real quick. No, that's out of my. You're not worth that to me yet.
Wow.
I don't know you.
Wow.
You're not worth the Chateau de Grand.
You know somebody who's not worth it because I haven't heard anything from it. I haven't heard the follow up. The girl that Drake took to the Dodgers stadium. Like, was that worth it? Like, are they still together?
Oh, I've never heard anything about it.
It's like, that's the thing. Is like, damn, that was a bad date. We found out that it wasn't worth it. She's a horrible person on that date.
Or maybe Drake's a horrible person.
Oh. I wasn't hiding my kid from the world. I was riding.
Everybody be like, celebrities are great. They're probably trash people. You know
I feel like J-Lo and Halle Berry is trash people.
Yeah, but I would still try to date them. Now, they're worth the Chateau Le Grand. I would definitely be like, well, you want to go on a date?
You imagine you go on your savings like, so how much can I take out?
Bro, imagine to go someplace and it's $8,000. You be like, I gotta sell my car to go on a date with Halle Berry. So worth it.
I can imagine you having the face of like confidence. Like, so there's a restaurant that I really want to go to. It's called the Chateau de Grand. And could you? Is that? Yeah.
I had to go on a date before where the girl had to wind up paying because it was. It happened. And did you ever meet this girl I dated, Tiffany, back in the day?
I haven't met anybody that you dated.
You know my wife.
I said dated, not married.
We were dating. You knew her the first day we met.
Right, but y'all wasn't dating the first day.
But you knew her while we were dating.
Dude, I found out that y'all was living. So when I first met Yo at the comedy show, we all met at the same time. Yeah. And then in conversation, you said, "Oh, I meant to tell you, me and that girl that we said we're dating together." Yeah. And I moved in. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, it happened really fast.
It happened really fast."
Right. Yeah. So I didn't know it was a dating thing. I thought it was like, I need this place to live.
No, I had a place to live. I was with Tony.
Right.
Baker, for those that don't know. Yeah. But
y'all know. When you said with, you had to say I was living with.
I was living with. I was dating Tony.
I was dating Tony. Yes.
Yeah. No, but I think we definitely knew each other back then because I had this place in North Hollywood that I want to say, maybe you never did come over there, but we knew each other. Anyways, the first day we had, she went to this like seafood spot, and I remember I had like $80-something. I said, this should cover it. This is 2006.
Oh boy.
I said, this should about cover it, and then I just can't do shit until I get paid again. And it was like close to 90 or 100, and I was like, hey, so check this out.
Was you 100% honest?
Oh yeah, because I mean, what else I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna wait till you see my card get declined. What you mean my card declined? What are you talking about? I swear I had $12,000 in there.
12,000.
Yeah, it was a lot of money to me back then. It's still a lot of money to me now. So I remember I was like, hey, look, I got $80 on my card. I can pay this now. And I think I had told her that it was a credit card, and then I had lost my other debit card. I definitely lied in some sort of
I knew it was coming.
And so then I was like, but I can cover most of it. You can cover the rest. And she was like, oh, yeah, no problem. I know this place is expensive. I knew it was kind of expensive when I picked it. It's just the only place I could think of at the time.
So you trauma about this.
But we dated for 3 years after that.
Oh, okay.
So it worked out because I'm a nice person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It worked out, but it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Because she told me she was gay 3 years later. You know what I mean?
Oh, that girl.
That girl. That's the one.
I don't remember seeing her, but I do remember the story.
Yeah. So
I'm sure she told a friend the story afterwards.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Can you believe this nigga?
I remember after that, she was just like, yeah, I was like, am I supposed to keep dating him now? Or I was like, no. But also, she already knew I was broke because she picked me up. Wow. I had nothing. And I think she knew that because, I was, the story. And I had told her all that stuff by then. So, but we were working at UPS together. Okay. And so she knew that I had a job. She just didn't know how little I got paid.
You ever had a whole phase?
Yeah.
Really? What year? From what year to year? Like, nigga, years, weeks.
I did.
Well, I had a week.
Before I met Yo, Tiff was my last real relationship. So that was a good 2012 to 2018.
When you say whole phase, so that's 4 years. Whole phase, what is your whole phase? As in like 10 plus, 20 plus?
Pretty good. I want to say it was definitely more than 10. You talking about in that phase of 4 years?
Yeah,
it was definitely more than 10. I don't know if it was 20. Like it's a lot.
Just sex, not relationships.
Well, there were like pseudo relationships in there. You know what I mean?
So as in like, you think we should do this?
No, like they thought we were in relationships.
Oh, they thought.
But I was like, yeah. We're good.
See, at this episode, I'm showing y'all how much Chaz lies to people.
Yeah, I lie a lot.
And you literally talking about why lie?
I used to, but now I don't. I'm a different person now.
It's hard to tell people.
I'm a different person today. But also when I changed everything, that's when all that stuff changed. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's hard to tell a woman what this is without sounding like I'm using you for.
I found out that most of the time, if you tell a woman what it is, there's somebody who's gonna agree.
Somebody.
Yeah.
But you're gonna get a couple slaps.
You might not get slaps if you text them or tell them over the phone.
Text them?
But if you tell people, if somebody's like, what are we? And you go like, I enjoy your company, but I don't want a serious relationship. I don't want these because for me, the relationship, when I got with Yo, I was like, I'm down to try to meet every expectation you have, which was a very different thing than 20-year-old Chaz. 30-year-old Chaz, 32, whatever I was at the time we met, I was probably, it was all within that year, so probably 33. I was like, you seem worth my effort and energy for me to try now and to try later, right? But not every woman feels like you're worth that effort. Sure. So for me with her, I'm like, I'm willing to, you tell me everything you expect, you know what I mean, out of a marriage, out of a relationship, because no matter what people say, they have expectations. No matter what, people like, well, we can just play it by ear. Like never, it's never that until it's, well, what are we doing? Yeah. You know what I mean? Or what's our plan? Or how are we going to get this house? Or I want to do this. The expectations are always there. So I'm just like, let's just get this shit out front early on. Here's my plan. Yeah. What's your plan? Right. Okay. That's how we can make our plans.
How did y'all start off? Was your plan like, we going to figure it out? Or was it just like, I want to marry you?
No, I don't think I definitely probably didn't say I wanted to marry you early. I didn't want to get married, period. But, you know, the kid came. We all wanted the same last name. Not we, her. But, you know what I mean? Marriage wasn't a thing. But I was already sold on her. So I was like, well, hey, if marriage makes people feel, I don't know. I feel like marriage is one of those tricks that have been around for so long that it means a lot to people. It's a completion. But it means nothing to me. Yeah. The actual idea of marriage means nothing to me. Love, you can love somebody. Me, you can go get married right now. Me, you, and Twilla can all get married right now. I don't know if 3 of us can, but.
Is it not legally?
Probably not. But I can go marry Twilla right now. I can go marry you right now. Today. Right now. But it takes months to divorce. Right? That's fucked up. Yeah. That's backwards as hell to me. So I go, and you don't even need love to be married at all. Love has nothing to do with marriage. I can meet a stranger and get married, you know? So the whole idea of marriage meant nothing to me. If it was important to you, that was fine with me because I loved you.
What is so? Let's break down the foundation of marriage. Why do you think, without a religious standpoint, stuff like that, but why do you think people decide to get married? Is it a I want this to be in the books, a legacy, financial gain, tax breaks? Like, what do you think is the?
I think it's a couple of things. I think that I don't really think the tax breaks is a big selling point. People are like, if we get married, we save 10% a year.
10%, save 10%.
No, I think one is first and foremost. I think the idea of marriage has been sold and taught to people.
Yeah.
From the first day, right? And then there's the deep. There is a deep religious to it, but it's about finding the one. Everything you see points you to find the one. The TV shows you watch, the movies we watch, the fucking K, one kiss begins with K, right? Yeah. Commercials, like all these things about finding the one. The one. Not saying to go find multiples. I'm saying like everything's about the idea of getting married. Marriage is such a business on its own. Right. So I think that, but that's part of the trick to me. Is that like, here's this thing that you have to obtain to or your life isn't complete. You have to have kids or your life isn't complete, which are all lies. Right. You know what I mean? You can live a great, fulfilling life without either. Right. But it's like that. But people think you're lonely.
Yeah. And it is definitely, I've like now that when you are broken down, like I can get married today without even having to have a criteria of love. When you think about it like that, it definitely feels like
it's a sham. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But I can't go get divorced today. Then it's like, whoa, now we got to bring in the lawyers. Yeah. It's like, wait a second. Yeah. No one said anything about law, but you can get well, that's your choice. But now it's not your choice. Right. Now it's a legal matter. How is that? Why is the government? So to me, I go, marriage is a business. It's about putting these assets together. Right. Now, but that's how I approached it. I go, great. If I was going to start a business with her, we're going to put our assets together because that's all it is, right? You and Twills have a production company. If you guys said, hey, we're going to break up a company, there's a business part that you have to go like, well, what are we going to divvy up? You know what I mean? You guys have the same company name, right? Right. Like it's the same shit. Yeah. So. I did all the paperwork, so I get everything. Which did all the paperwork too, and she'll get everything, right? That's how it works. Yeah. So for me, I go, all right, business-wise, why is it a good decision to marry this person? Why would I want to? And then there's a love reason. But I had to separate the two because I go, if this person's bad at business, that's going to fuck me up later on. Wow. Right? Wow, yeah. Because that's going to cause me more problems. I can love you, but if you're bad with money, you have a bunch of debt, you tend to...
Oh, hold on. Slow down, man. You dropping bars. Nigga, let me just break down what you said. If this person is bad with money... Yeah. It's not smart.
It's not smart to marry somebody.
Nigga, hold up. It could be the perfect woman person for you in your life.
Now you can get married later. We got some shit to fix right now. But right now, you're a bad business partner. Wow. It's a business deal.
Yes, absolutely.
You might make my house go under. Right. And now we're losing assets. And then if we divorce, I'm losing half my business anyways, which I have to continue my life whether we stay together or not.
This got to be a soundbite right here. I got to do this. I have to ask people this question, yo. If you found the perfect person in your life, beautiful,
caring, smart,
credentials, 6-pack abs, gotta go with the 6-pack, everything, perfect, physically everything, but they're bad with money.
Consistently bad with money is frustrating.
Bad with money. Good job, but terrible with money. Would you still marry this person?
Please say no, people.
Knowing that it's a bad business deal.
Make this person go take a goddamn class. You got to show that, hey, I can't get with this part. And if you're not willing to change for somebody, then you're not made for somebody.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I would be like, hey, let's go talk to some financial people and let's make a budget.
I ain't got no problem. Okay. I ain't got no financial problem. What are you talking
right
about?
now, your attitude's a problem. Okay? The way you just came at me.
I make triple the amount of money than you do.
You do.
I gamble a lot, but I make it back up. I'm totally fine with money.
No, I've seen... It's great. Not only is your credit score 400, I've seen a few mispayment things coming in and out.
But I'm paying the bills.
For now, until you run out of luck.
Have you seen my abs?
I've licked honey off those abs, yes. But people go, right now I'm in love. 30 years, they may not be. My parents divorced after 30 years. Yeah. Right? So now it's like, damn, 30 years later, you still have my mom still has the rest of her life. Right. My dad still has the rest of her life. Now they're taking separate routes, and it's like, well, now what do we do? Because they had to start all over. Like, okay, I have this, I have that. We had to separate stuff. They had to sell the house and split it.
They still
It was
separate
like,
stuff?
not still, but like, at the time. But it took them a long time to get that divorce finalized, and because of all the assets that they had accrued and stuff that they had to do. So
let me ask you this: do you divorce debt?
I don't think you can.
So if I came into the marriage with $100,000 worth of credit card debt,
yeah, that's not on me. That's on you, unless we merge, because we can be on the same cards. I can put you on my credit and stuff like that. But let's say to help you build your credit, I put you on my cards, okay? And I was like, hey, I got 2 credit cards. You're not touching these, okay? These are for me to help you build your credit. Stop fucking spending, all right?
But my abs.
Because then, first I would tell you to file for bankruptcy. I was like, just file bankruptcy and get all that shit off. Now you don't owe anybody money, and now you can take all the money that you're earning and just keep it for yourself. But you got to start over, because I think bankruptcy falls off after 7 years.
Yeah.
Right. Now, it looks, people have more of a conflicting thing with bankruptcy because they failed.
Right.
But it's the greatest gift on earth.
Yeah.
Bankruptcy is a get out of debt free card.
Yeah.
Hey, how much? I would say go get some more shit and then
and then file for bankruptcy. Yeah, that's funny.
Because then you can still keep your vehicle or whatever you're doing, as long as you're paying them off. You can get some TVs and shit and file for bankruptcy. I don't know how many times you can do it, but you can. Even if it's one, you get it done. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. And so then it's like, oh, I got bad credit for 7 years. Big fucking deal. Right. You can build your credit up and they'll start giving you loans and shit again after you file for bankruptcy. It only makes sense. So, yeah, I would tell people, man, like, you just have to have a plan. Like, people don't plan out. People are so impulsive. I used to be a so impulsive person, which is why I always fuck shit up. And then now that I take time and I think and I apply, some people say I overthink or I take too long. I'm like, you can't think enough of the rest of your life. There's not enough. Right. There's not enough thought that goes into planning my life.
So it's a bad business deal for Yo to marry you?
No, I was the one with great credit. My credit got worse after we got together.
But back to, do you divorce debt? You don't know? Because if we had it, then we divorced.
So I'll tell you, Yo was married previously before me. She and her ex had debt together. So she had to carry a lot of that stuff.
Oh, boy.
So I don't know how much they were supposed to. I think she was supposed to get a payout and never got it. You know what I mean? So dude was supposed to pay anyways. You know what I mean? So, but I go, hey, man, just make a plan. Like, once you make a plan, she paid off her shit. I'm just like, once you make a plan for money, once you plan your money becomes so powerful, bro. Right. People just have that shit. I think a lot of people have money in their account and they go like, how can I spend this $8,000? Yeah. Instead of being like, how can I make this $8,000 grow and work it and pimp it? Right. Because I told you before, I didn't work for the last 3 months. Yeah. Right.
Because you knew you had the money saved.
I had money saved. I had money in stocks. I sold some stocks. I sold some crypto. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm chilling. Right. I literally didn't worry about it at all. But that's because when the pandemic happened, I invested a bunch. Yeah. And I let that shit grow for 2 years. Right. And then I was like,
young
stimulus. The stimulus was killing. Man, they literally gave me $16,000. It was wonderful. To live. I was paying off bills and investing money.
Come on.
It was great.
Yeah.
Great times. Are you essential workers? How you like being essential, you bastards? So anyways, that's my marriage rant.
Yeah.
In a nutshell. Yeah, there's much more.
That's a good question, man.
There's much more deep in the marriage.
I think if we were all in some sort of echo chamber, you call it?
Okay.
I don't know why I use that word.
Ecosystem? What are you talking about?
No, echo chamber.
Echo chamber. Okay.
You heard that before?
Yeah.
As in, like, I don't care what people say or know my life. Yeah. A lot of people wouldn't get married. Right. Because a lot of times we make a decision on
what somebody else thinks.
What people think. Because if you dating somebody for like 15 years, they be like, yo, when y'all getting married?
Fuck you.
When y'all having kids?
Shut up.
Because it's like in
the relationship. Goddamn business. And people got to stop asking people when you're having kids. Some people can't have kids. Right. It's sad. But it's a horrible question to ask somebody. It's like, why don't you guys want to have kids? It's like,
I think the question is, what's next? They should say that. Like, what's next on the relationship between the two of y'all?
Making each other happy. Get the fuck out of my face. That's how I view it, bro. I don't like. I told you when I got married, I didn't tell anybody. Right. I didn't tell my parents.
I was at the wedding. I didn't even know. I was like, "What's happening? Why am I here, Chaz?"
I told nobody because I didn't want anybody else's opinion. I didn't care what anybody else thought. Yep. I only cared about what I thought and what she thought. Yep. And Izzy was there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I was like, outside of these two people, nobody else fucking matters in my marriage.
Right.
Unless you got some good business advice, you know? But I don't ask people who've been married for 50 years.
What if it backfired on you and it was like, dude, you married her? You know she's still married to Ricardo, man.
Well, we'll figure that shit out later. Actually, probably if anything happened, they'll be like, oh, it was null and void? I'm back in these streets?
Like, dude, she's married to Ricardo in Mexico. Dude, you should have told me. Like, nigga, I told myself I ain't want to tell nobody.
No, I didn't tell a soul. But if somebody knew while we were dating and they didn't say nothing, it's like, wasn't my business to tell.
I hate that term, man.
Wasn't my business to tell, man. I couldn't tell you she was already married. Like, yes, you can. So it's against the law.
I was hoping that she was gonna tell you, and I ain't had to come in and chime in.
I think people should be able to do whatever relationship. If their relationships are they want to marry more than one person and the other one's okay, that should be more than fine in our laws. Mm-hmm. It should be whatever you want to do. The government should not be in our marriage at all. That's crazy to me. Crazy to me.
This is none of my business, but do you have in the beginning of relationships, a limit of, if we ain't having sex at this point, it ain't worth it? As in, like, what if she held out, like...
I never had to experience it because I'm so desirable.
The abs, man. It's goddamn abs.
No,
is that important before marriage?
No, I don't. It just depends on how open you are to somebody else. Because if you two are virgins and you guys are like, let's go see a sex therapist together. If you're willing to go do stuff to work together, as these people are, I just don't think people are honest enough in relationships. You know,
absolutely.
I think that's like one of the biggest problems why people have issues is because they're just not talking about what they want and they don't want to hear
or pet peeves,
those hard combos or pet peeves. But you gotta just say, hey, I like sex like this. What you like?
Yeah.
And then in the talk during sex, oh yeah, right there, keep going, hit that spot. Oh, don't stop. Oh, my bad, stop. I'm like, communicate. You got to talk to me.
A lot of stuff like thing on people. What if that's like, hey, my last boyfriend did that? Don't do that.
Okay, but that's kind of my move. Jake, you know Jake. We know this. We got the same.
Yeah,
we were the same sex guy. No, I mean, I just wish people, man, would have
sex conversations uncomfortable.
I don't think they are. I think they're great conversations.
Do you have it during or afterwards? Like, okay, so next time we get in, could you shower? Could you just wipe yourself down? That's
a convo you should definitely have.
During or after?
But definitely during. You should be like, let's go shower real quick. Why?
During?
Yeah. Wait, look, I'm pulling out. I can't. You got it. Because one awkward conversation is so much peace later on. You know? One awkward conversation is so much peace later on. Right?
Because I don't want her to be self-conscious.
You need her to be self-conscious.
Why?
So next time she ain't bringing no funky ass to you.
What if just like
you just gonna take the stink ass every time?
But it's like, hey,
picking them stinky ass bitch. Hey, baby.
But you might lose the opportunity.
And put my panties down. Okay. It's extra hot and spicy in here.
Because what if she's blessing you with something that you never had? It's like, oh, she's giving me a head on the balcony. This is crazy.
That's great.
And then it's like now I get to get in. It's like, oh, sweetheart, no. Could you go shower?
Head on the balcony? What? Yes. Old vagina. It's stale.
Old vagina. She's like, you know what? I try to bless you, and this is what I get from you.
Yeah.
I'm not blessing you.
Are we married?
No.
Oh, then peace, you stinky bitch. What do we need to talk about?
I'm just
There's another girl out there who'll give you head on the balcony. There's another one out there.
I'm just saying, as in, like, I feel like.
Why do people hang on to stuff?
What do you mean?
People will hang on. Like, we've been together for like 3 months. Even people together for years. Mm-hmm. There's someone else out there. There's somebody else. There's somebody else.
Yeah.
There's always somebody else.
But you gotta give and give.
That's fine. But I'm not. You gotta have a point when you go like, I just can't take this. I can't take one more stank vagina. I'm done. Or some stale nuts.
But if it's like, all right, I didn't want to tell you this, but it's a medical condition. So like, it's
you gotta tell people that
up front.
Somebody you're with, not up front, but if I'm like, yeah,
I think everybody, men and women, before they get started, they should just be like this, like, Okay, I don't want to come to the table like that. Go up under the balls.
And you should know. Check yourself. Yeah, that's not fresh.
Yeah, go. This is like an ad for like sort of ball wipe.
Fresh balls.
Yeah. I definitely feel like before you get it, it's like I don't want nobody to be around this.
Yeah.
Because it will kind of stick with
Bro,
you.
you know when you're disgusting. You know when you be like, oh, it's been out all day. Let me go air this bitch out before I go give it to somebody.
Give it to somebody.
Yeah. No, bro, you gotta have awkward. They're good. I don't think they're even awkward conversations. Like, this is why my issues with society are what they are. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of issues with people who go like, I don't want to start an argument.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you can't talk to somebody you love.
Right.
But some people can't.
Right. And
I'm like, y'all married wrong. You've been with the wrong person. Get out.
Yeah.
You can always get out.
Yeah.
Well, we got the kids. We've been together. Well, be unhappy.
Yeah.
That's your options.
Oh, brother, you speaking gospel.
You will find happiness again. I promise.
Yeah.
But people don't even try.
Yeah.
If I just waited out for another 30 years,
right,
he'll die.
Yeah.
Right? Or
I'll what if
die.
you have to justify like so this is me telling you like every time you come over here, man, you stop on my toilet.
Yeah.
It's like I can't have you shitting in my toilet no more.
Okay.
You be like, Dion, I have a condition. I need you.
I have a shit condition, Dion.
And it's like
you have weak toilets. Everything about that, Dion? You got weak plumbing.
So
but you talk to your landlord. Talking to me about my pipes. Talk to the landlord about
your pipes. so if it keeps happening, and like 3 weeks straight, and it's like he keeps doing it. Yeah. So now I'm like, I told you the first 2 weeks. Yeah. I got to cancel the podcast.
Yeah, I'm like,
so it's like
I'd be like, can we shoot it somewhere else?
Why about you just shoot it somewhere else and then come here?
Can we shoot it somewhere else, Dion? Because I like doing this podcast with you, but I got a shit.
But every time I brought it up to you, we have a big back and forth. Like, dude, it's a toilet.
Yeah.
Like instead of saying, all right, my bad, I'm gonna shit somewhere else. You coming at me by saying, have your landlord fix the pipes, man.
That's also, I would be like, well, you got a plunger? I'll bring a plunger for now on.
Like, no, I'm telling you to go somewhere else.
I will buy you a plunger, Dion.
Why can't you go somewhere else?
I will plunge your toilet.
So
give me a chance to plunge it. And then if I can't plunge it, I go, hey, you got caught out about these weak pipes.
But now I was like, I have to cancel it. So going back to what you had said of like the whole peace thing, it was like I obviously every time I bring it up, we have this long 15-minute argument. So like I don't want to argue with you no more.
Yeah.
I like you as a person. Every time you got to justify why you have this shit here.
Now, if you said, Chaz, we're canceling the podcast.
Yeah.
And I go, all right. And if you found peace with that, if it outweighed the good stuff, right? If you was like, I'm so glad that he doesn't come over. But if you go like, fuck, I need this podcast.
Yeah.
Because, hey, man, listen, here's what we're going to do.
Right.
All right. You
Call the landlord.
But I just think that, and also, man, like, I don't think people are understanding enough to people being people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like if you're having an issue with your spouse and you tell somebody like, I just need some time to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Well, you don't need no time to figure it out. I'm just going in. It's like, geez, hold on. Like you know what I mean? It's like people go through these things, right. And you had to kind of be like understanding that, dude, people had their ups and downs, they had their stresses. Sometimes they don't want to tell you stuff, but for whatever reason. And I think one of the things with I think that for my wife, she was like, she'll hold stuff in. I'm like, had you said this 2 months ago, we could have been fixing this.
Sure.
But he was like, I didn't want to make it a thing. And I'm like, it's not a thing when it's this small.
Right.
It's a thing when it's here. And I was like, because now you're telling me this thing, and like now it's this big stress ball that you're giving me. And I'm like, when it's here, just hit your boy. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't want to nag you. I'd rather take the little things, you know what I mean? Than there's one big fiery, like, and I'm like, all right, now we going to put this fire out. You know, because now we got a whole fucking fire.
Right.
I said, something about this ash.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
But I think people are just like, people think too much. And they had these combos with themselves in their head. Mm-hmm. You know? You have a whole conversation in your head with somebody else.
Sure.
That's never happened.
Right.
And believe that.
Because you trying to get ahead of what they're going to say.
Right. Because if I say this, she's going to say that. You know
right.
what I mean? But honestly, I think most of the time I've ever done that, and I had that combo, it's not that.
It's never
as bad as you, yeah.
Right.
But we'll make it like it's gonna be the worst thing ever. But if you do some dumb shit, if you're like out cheating, like, oh, I gotta go tell her.
Yeah.
She might burn the house down, and if she burns the house down, oh well, yeah.
Because you're cheating.
Oh yeah, I mean
She burned her own house down.
Yeah, you know who you marry, or date, or you should know. I didn't think she was that crazy.
My child was in there.
I knew she
It's like, God damn.
barely saved him. She was so mad. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's it.
I'm super anti marriage. I'm not anti relationship. I'm anti government in your business. I'm anti marriage for the sake of societal pressure. It's so stupid. I think even we're talking about being at the gym, we talk about like people care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You be like, it's a lot. I think it's a reason why big people won't go in the gym because they're like, I don't want people looking at me. It's like no one gives a shit, bro. No one cares. But people, they have these thoughts of like, everybody's gonna look at me and they're gonna judge me, and I go like, yo, who gives? I don't know these people. They're strangers.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me to think I care what strangers think.
You're an entertainer. You have to care what strangers think.
I'm wearing Skechers, nigga.
That has nothing to do.
It does, because in a black community, I be out in my Skechers.
Sure.
I be out in my dirty
They're
forces.
right?
They're great. You see me take heat in my dirty forces, right?
Yeah.
You think I give a shit? You think I went and took a toothbrush and cleaned them? I don't give a shit what y'all think.
But you're an entertainer.
So what?
As in, you're not entertaining your friends. You're entertaining strangers.
I hope that these people who
Right.
I'm entertaining like it. If they don't, somebody will. It's all about finding your audience.
Right.
I get to be 100% me all the time. If you don't like it, you can turn me off. Right? But I can't be like, oh man, they don't like this. Let me go do something different. You know what I mean? I go like, no, the people who like you will fuck with you.
Yeah.
You just got to keep being authentic and give
also
them to you.
perspective and timing.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Imagine doing your best set.
Yeah.
And you have a 10-week show. I mean, 10-day show in a 10-day span. There's a whole different,
That's a lot of work.
Yeah. 10 days, 10 shows, 10 different venues. It's a whole different perspective and timing. Those two big things.
Yeah.
Imagine if your first 5 shows was all booze. Then your last 5, same show,
Yeah.
you killed.
Yeah.
Versus the first 5 shows, you did well.
Yeah.
But the latter,
Yeah.
you bombed. In the end, on that 11th show, you like, nigga, I'm fucking up. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I need to change things around. But that first season, when you got all the booze, you like, I figured it out. I ain't changing nothing.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how like perspective and timing is so important, because you would feel totally fine if it was boo, yay, boo, like
Yeah, you'd be like, I don't know, I can't get everybody together.
Right.
So, but man, that's what you work on it for. You go, because you have to kind of make sure that, like I feel like Bill Burr for a long time was an acquired taste. Now Bill Burr is generally loved by a lot of people, right? Some people still can't stand him, but they're probably got sticks up their ass, right? But if you don't like Bill Burr, it's probably because you're easily offended or he's talking to you, right? But Bill Burr took a long time to be like, how can I get this out while crossing the plane? And that's what you work towards, right? Like how do I make the me
understand?
Yeah,
people understand what my brain is
right.
like.
Exactly. I had to make that in a universal language, but that's what you work for. That's what you go out. That's what you go out for. And then you go. It was one of those things. But if you use a reference like Friday in a white audience and black audience, you use a Friday reference.
Kill 'em.
You go to white audience. You go. I got to use
Seinfeld.
So, let me use a Seinfeld reference. But that's the work. I don't think that's changing who you are.
Right.
But I'm like, yeah, great. I got to know my audience, but I also know that if I say this thing, or if I talk in this rhythm, and if I go to an audience and I'm like, hello, everybody, how are you doing? I'm Chaz Rogers. I know you guys like this me much more. Then you're selling out for whatever reason. You know what I mean? But also I go like, hey, there's enough people, 6 fucking billion people out there. I can find 1,000 people to pay me.
Right.
You know what I mean? To who want to see me. But I think people pander too much.
But
Pander.
So next is when we come to pander versus finding your audience. So if you like, I enjoy doing these shows, but when you do these shows, they don't do well. So it's like, damn, where's my audience? So you go over to this crowd, and it's like, now you're doing nothing but white hippie shows or something like that, and you're killing.
Yeah.
But now, are you selling out because this is what you were trying to sell to, or you like, man, let me go ahead and just do what the crowd does?
I guess it depends on what you want. If you want that money, you got to go work. But
every time I do black shows, I get booed, man.
Yeah, but how many times have you worked a job you don't want to be at? You know what I mean?
But are you selling out?
I don't think if you go, I have this material that people love. Mm-hmm. It might not be the people I want to reach, but these people love this material.
Yeah.
They're gonna pay me $10,000 to go do this.
Right.
I'm not getting paid shit over there.
Right.
I gotta go do this because I gotta feed.
And then people like, Chaz, do my show. Like, he don't do black shows, man.
Well, that's different. If I say, nah, I don't do that, that's different. Right?
I bob every time. I'm letting you know.
Yeah, but I might tell you that. I'll come do it. I don't generally do well, but I'll come do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're like, well, we love to have you. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm just letting you know. If they start booing me, I'm expecting that.
Yeah. I feel like, was it Bowman? Antonio Bowman?
I don't think I know him.
Yeah, he won Last Comic Standing. Black guy, tall dude.
Okay.
He was trying to do black rooms for a long time, but then he's like, I feel like my audience is like white people, and I'm like, damn, dude, it like you really kind of go with the flow.
Bro, I always say this to you, your audience will find you, bro. They'll find you. You just keep doing your thing. Yeah. They'll be like, we like this guy. Right. Give us what you have, and I'm like, man, go to the people who show you love. But it doesn't mean you don't do the other stuff. Like, go do it. But if I'm like, hey, I gotta go make this run in Iowa to Kansas to the Dakotas, I gotta go take this run. Then I can come back and do Comedy Union. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like, I don't think you don't do it. You just, man, I'm a firm believer. Follow the money.
Yeah.
Because I gotta make this money.
Right.
Then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Hannibal Buress is one of those guys.
It does what? He switched over to white people?
Like now, more black people like him now. You know, I come across. Yeah. I feel like more black people like him now than in the beginning, you know, but more people know him. But in the beginning, black people weren't really fucking with him.
Yeah. He has a very, like, what?
Yeah, very dry.
I love it.
I remember he did this joke about pickle juice, and I was like, he's like, I just put pickle juice and I spray it on the sandwich. And I was like, and I remember somebody I was with was laughing. I was like, what in the hell are you laughing at?
Yeah, you got the tail end of that joke.
No, I mean, I remember watching the whole joke. Like, the beginning, it was like a set with 3 other comedians.
Right.
And I was like,
this what y'all found funny?
Yeah, I was like, the audience is like, he's hilarious. And I was like, I find Hannibal funny. I find him clever, smart dude. You know what I mean? And a lot of the stuff that I like, because I don't think he's a corny dude. I don't think he's a cat who goes like, I don't think he's whitewashed. I don't think any of that stuff. Right. I think he's a very funny. He just found something that he's like, this is me. Yeah. And I love that he's like,
found himself.
Dude, that's so what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna say some weird shit. I'm gonna say some dope shit. I'm gonna say.
I love how his jokes, his setups. It sounds like he's kind of like getting his thoughts right. But I've seen him do the same set 3 times. It's like, dude, this is a part of his set. I love it. Yeah. He has a joke about. He was like, I got a jaywalking ticket in Canada. I was walking across the street with this old white woman. I wasn't with the white woman. She just happened to be standing next to me as we was crossing the street. Mm-hmm. And if I had an old white woman as a spouse, this is my business, not your business. Like, he was kind of like, I don't know why y'all judging me because I'm with the old white woman. Because a lot of y'all had give me the time of day. But the point is, we go walking across the street. Yeah. Like, he had that like kind of like. Is this a part of the joke? But I'm following it. But all right. He said. Then the cop said, "Hey, you can't be jaywalking right here." And he said, "Oh, my bad." And I kept walking because that's what you do. You get a jaywalking ticket, right? He said, "Hey, stop! Blah blah blah." He said, "I can't do a French accent because that's how they talk in Canada." So it's like that scattering of I love that.
But there's a bunch of mini jokes in the joke.
Yeah, when you building up to a story. I love that, man.
No, I like, and I had to like him later on. Mm-hmm. I like him way more now than in the beginning because I just didn't get it. And I was like, ooh, but I wasn't in like dance or something. Yeah, you know. But I know he had to catch him, bro, doing a bunch of black rooms at the beginning. Like, y'all ain't gonna feel me. Hard. Yeah.
And I'm actually just because being a comedian. Mm-hmm. A lot of comedians say I don't watch other comedians because I don't want to get inspired by some of their jokes, and I don't want to sound like nobody else. I don't want to, soak in someone's sort of premise, and then you later on, 6 years later, you think you came up with yourself, and you actually freestyled it, and it's like, man, was that my brain, or was that somebody else's joke? Are you that person are you a fan of watching people's comedy, or are you a fan of like try to like stay away from it, or?
I was a huge fan of watching everybody. For one, so I know what people are doing, so I don't steal their jokes.
Right.
I feel like people who say that still. I feel like I don't want to watch anybody because I don't want to infiltrate. And they're like, y'all know I don't watch specials, so I got thought that myself. Nah, you're a thief.
Yeah.
But I think you should watch. I mean, dude, you learn.
You got to study it.
Yeah, I think that first off, if you're a fan of stand-up, if you're a fan of comedy, anyways, I want to watch great comedy. And when I think about studying it, like, you learn things. Like, I remember one of my biggest things I got from Cedric Entertainer is how much he smiled and laughed on stage. Right. A lot of comedians would be like, I'm serious doing this thing. And I was like, Cedric had the best time on stage. Right. And I always looked at that like, dude, have fun for you. I go, he's having fun.
Right.
So that was why Cedric was one of my influences because of how much fun he had. Bernie Mac was one of my influences because Bernie was like, this is me. You get 100% me.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if you like this or not.
Right.
Same with he just passed away, older dude, with Richard Pryor.
Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney was like, this is how I think. This is what I think all the time.
Right.
You're getting this. If you walk out, walk out.
Yeah.
I'm Paul Mooney.
Right.
I love that. I love the confidence of here's me. Richard Pryor was the dude who used the most pain ever to get his jokes across.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, how you can be so vulnerable and be able to be like, hey, man, this hurt, but this is the funny part.
Absolutely. He put his actual pain on stage and said, this is my mindset a lot of the time.
I mean, Bill Cosby with the storytelling. And early Cosby, pre-rape, I think. Early Cosby was... If you ever watch his not stand-up specials, but his night shows, like when they do like a talk show, whatever.
Him as an interviewer or
no, him as a comedian coming out to do like.
I haven't seen these.
So he used to do this joke about God talking to Noah, maybe it was something Bible and biblical, and he's like, God's like, hey, so it's gonna rain for 40 days and 40 nights. He's like, right, and like the audience, he's killing. You know what I mean? But I was like, he just did this great thing of being a master storyteller. You know what I mean? And so like learning how he would, even if you ever watch, I was telling people this other day. There's a stand-up special he did on audio called "To My Brother Russell, with Whom I Slept With," and it was by him and his brother sleeping in the bed together. And then, you sleep in the bed with your brother, and he's like, they're making noise, trying to wake up their dad, and the dad would come in. You never hear Bill Cosby's voice, ever. It's his brother, it's him, and it's his dad, and all the sound effects and stuff. And it was genius.
Wow.
I go, like, this is the best storytelling I've ever, because he never came out of character.
That's funny.
It was great. And I go, like, so learning that, I go, like, you need to listen to people, because I could be like, and then he said, and then she said, and then I was like, and then they said, and we were all, I couldn't believe it. But he never came out of characters.
I love it.
He's like, once I establish these voices and these characters, you're in this world now.
Absolutely.
It was great, dude. The timing, the spacing. Stop messing with me. Stop it. Brr, what are y'all doing? The dad came in. I was like, dude.
Yeah.
I was like.
Two people, and I hate that they're white. Both are white. I would say like the king of storytelling, Robert Williams, because he has the same sort of thing of
he'll go in
bounce all over the place. Yeah. Oh, he'd write a whole movie with just characters. I think it's called Self-Destruction, which kind of crazy foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, his last special is called Self-Destruction.
That's one with all the water bottles and something, right?
Yeah. He had this like he told like 5 different characters, and you follow them because they were different accents.
Right.
Had a whole scene.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you can have a conversation, like back and forth, like you get your goddamn ass up. Oh, not the baby. Come on, get my baby. Like you go back and forth, like you forgot where you were at. Yeah. You went to that world, and just like I'm being in everyone's head.
You got to keep up with Robin Williams.
Woo!
Yeah.
I mean, as in like I can't even say he's the funniest, but when I say very little people can do this.
Nobody can do that.
Like I can do like, hey man, get your goddamn hands off of me.
But to do every accent, and Robin Williams, Eddie Murphy, and Jamie Foxx are probably the 3 most talented comedians who can do it all. Because Robin Williams is actually a really good singer. People rarely get to see.
Really? He can sing.
Yeah. Like, but people rarely ever get to see it.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw some interview long ago. He was just doing different voices and accents, and he was doing a song in different voices and accents. And I was like, God damn. Yeah. I was like, yo, who is fucking with this dude.
Right.
Like that.
And just imagine what if those people in his head was real people.
They were to him.
Yeah, and now that's why he had to commit suicide. Because it was like he's fighting between who am I?
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of times when people are acting, they really tap into that character. And they create a whole backstory of being molested and like my dad never loved me, even though it's not real. But in that particular, movie,
and Robin Williams did a lot of dark dramas.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean. Like he was so talented, bro.
Yeah,
it's like when I tell people about comedians, I'm like Robin Williams is in that combo.
Yeah,
one of the most talented people ever.
Yeah. I challenge everybody to watch the special. And secondly is Jim Gaffigan.
Mm-hmm. I like Jim.
Man,
Jim's a good storyteller.
He does he does the voice of people.
I was so, as an audience usually, he's so pale.
Why is he doing this joke again?
Yeah.
Like he has set it up like a lot of people don't understand.
And then I remember seeing a comedian doing that.
No.
Yeah, he was like, the audience is confused right now. And I was like, don't do the Jim Gaffigan.
That's his thing.
That's his thing. But I think when comedians are trying to find who they are, or especially early on, dude, I think when I was first started, bro, I was like, oh, who can I be?
Yeah.
That's what you do early on. You latch on to somebody, like, yeah, you figure out.
Let's be vulnerable right now. You ever stole a joke? Let's be vulnerable.
I don't think I don't think I ever stole a joke. I think that I don't think I really remember. I remember Dave Chappelle did his Killing Them Softly in 2004, maybe. I think I started stand-up a little after that. And he had this joke about Elian Gonzalez. If he was Haitian, blah, 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 right? Yeah. And I think the first time I ever went on stage, I know I didn't do that, but I remember I did a joke about something about Haitians working, something like that, about like working on a boat. And then I just remember like, I didn't have a joke about Haitians. Dave Chappelle came to me, and I was like,
did the accent?
Yeah, but also I was in Michigan, where it's not really a bunch of Haitians and there's no culture, but that's just what came to my mind because I was like, but you're soaking in so much, before you really know. So I don't know if I ever stole. I'll tell you one that I know I remixed for sure. Was Nima Williams had this dope joke about doing a mosh pit. I'm being in a mosh pit with his black friend. And he said his black friend was like, oh, yeah. He's like rumming down people. And I took that because I did this joke about, what was the joke? This is so long ago. This is like I said, this is early on. This is somewhere between 2004 and 2006. It was definitely before I moved to LA. But I think I did a joke about a riot happening at a club, at a concert. And I just remember like talking about getting whooped, getting your ass beat to rock music. I was like, because it's heavy. You can't get stomped out to heavy metal. It's like, who gets stomped out that fast? So it was something like in that realm of like guys jumping off the speakers and shit like that. But I remember his joke inspired the whole world. And I was like, yo, because to me, I'm like, oh, you left so much meat off the bone. I'm like, oh, there's the rockers who like hitting me with the guitar. I was like, he wasn't smashing his guitar, he was beating me over the head with it. Like, it was doing this whole concert with like the rock music in the back and getting jumped at the concert. So instead of doing the moshing, I was in the middle of it. Like, I didn't know what to expect. So I remember doing that one for sure early on. It was like, but I was just like, damn, dog, had you done it like, you want to tell somebody how to do their joke?
Yeah. Like, matter of fact, I'll take it from here.
I didn't know Nima at all. I was like, no, man, you do it like this, man. You got to talk about it. Because I think Nima was a great comedian. So that's like one I really remember like early on, like you're trying to figure it out. And I have a rule about hack and stolen material. Sure. It doesn't count if you're in the beginning. If you steal, I don't think it matters. If you steal material, because no one's paying to see you. Oh, so whatever you want to do, you do. That's funny. And if you're a hack, because you have Bill Burr said this. Bill Burr said, well, I think in the beginning, if you just have like black people, white people, you're just trying to get comfortable on stage and figure it out. I don't give a shit what you do. And he was like, if you just do a special, he's like, you can do all the hack you want. Because you got no material. He was like, all hack is on the table after he just did a special. He's like, right, because he was doing a joke about Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he was like, I don't give a shit how you guys feel about this hacky shit. I just did a special. I just threw away all my material. But his Arnold Schwarzenegger joke was great about him being a great man. He was like, how do you guys hate a guy who came from became the world's strongest man, married American royalty in the Kennedy, became the governor, did multiple movies. He's like, that's a great man. Yeah. So he was just singing. And when you look at his accolades, he was like, man.
Yeah, he had a great life. And then went back to acting.
And then he just kept doing and then of course it's always funny. So
I definitely stole a bit. Mm-hmm. Not even a joke, a bit. And
did you do it on Comic View?
No. The inception of this is funny because I seen this bit like when I first went to
whose was it?
Maranzio's.
Oh, okay. Maranzio Vance.
So I seen Maranzio in Inland Empire doing a joke, a church bit joke about he used it as so you about to laugh your ass off. He used it as he said, man, these churches out here, man, they got these metal detectors at the front of the door, man. So we got metal detectors in front of the door, man. He was like, he said, no. So he's like, so it's like, hey man, why the church got the metal detectors in the front door? He said, y'all be shooting up in church? He said, no. Pastor don't want no change up in here.
Very funny.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So that was the bit, and I added on to that.
Yeah.
But when I see him in Inland Empire doing that joke, I was like, I'm gonna take it to L.A. I thought he was a Inland Empire comedian.
You're hilarious.
This was 2001.
Yeah.
So I went to L.A., did the bit, and then Smile was like, yo, that's.
You were like, who?
No, it was somebody else's joke.
Oh shit.
Maranzio took that joke from somebody else. And then when I watched it on Comic View, I said, "Oh,
you saw it from somebody else on Comic View?"
I saw it on Comic View.
Oh god!
So I was like, "Yo!" Not only did I steal it, I stole it twice. So that was my premise of my church bit of like now the pastor coming down the stage. They had the ushers throwing down flower petals like he was coming to America. And he came out there with the funky breath doing all, I had like this whole like, let's turn to the book of Ecclesiastes. He had a lisp, he spitting on people like it was coming from like a Gallagher concert.
I think that if a bit inspires a world, you just can't do that joke.
You can't do the beginning part.
Right, for sure. But they'll never know the whole world came to me. When
I say,
because no one ever knew, was like, you still that joke?
Right.
I was like, it's definitely
pre-internet too.
Definitely pre-internet.
So
right.
I thought I was free game. But Comic View, you can't get away with Comic View.
Nah.
But
you know what happens to in comedy, bro? Somebody would do a joke that's quote unquote generic. Right?
It's very generic.
The very, very generic joke. Not that one is generic, because that takes somebody to think.
Yeah.
That's a solid joke. So, but there's material that like marriage, relationships, kids, and I always look at like I can do stuff about my daughter being half black, half Latina, right? If you were doing something about doing half black, half Latina, funny. Right? That's when you started running. But I knew a dude who he was doing this joke about being a stepdad, and then I saw another guy was talking about that they knew each other very well, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm dating this girl with kids, and I felt like the stepdad, the step boyfriend." He was doing it like this, pretty much the same bit. I was like, hey, man. He's like, no, it's different because I'm not a stepfather.
That's funny.
And I was like, it's not.
Right.
Like, Nick does that.
Yeah.
Nick Carter, who passed away.
Yeah.
It's like, Nick, that's Nick's joke. But now Nick's joke's all up for grabs.
No, hold on. Speaking of, hold that thought.
Rest in peace, Nick. But these jokes, it's getting worse.
My homeboy, who had a great opening bit, he said he wasn't doing comedy anymore. So I said, dude, if you're not doing comedy, let me have that bit.
Yeah.
And he was like, shoot, I ain't gonna use it no more.
Yeah.
It always grabs people's audience. And I did it, and it was my opening for like a good 6 months.
Yeah.
Someone recorded it, put it online, and then what made me uncomfortable is he saw it was like, good shit, bro. That made me uncomfortable because it felt sarcastic by saying good shit. As in,
you also got to give people you got if you were like, yo, man, my man did such and such and such and such. Not that like this is his joke, But if you did like got a homeboy, blah blah blah, man, he was doing blah blah blah,
Yeah.
blah. Then it's like
You give
here's
him
your
love.
love also, because you know if you ever have a friend who do something, you be like, yo, my friend is like dumb as shit,
Right.
but you want to make it personal.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just like, I ain't even say that.
Right.
Like, I can't take credit for that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell that entire story
Right.
and just say, Eric said blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah. I'm like, Eric, no. You know what I mean?
So let me tell you the bit and see if it still works.
Okay.
So my boy Dominique had this joke about. He opens up by saying, "I had a dream that a big ass chicken was eating a bucket of fried black people." And it's always like, what? And you can hear the simmer. So if I had said my homeboy Dom woke me up out my sleep and said he had,
right, is
that a good way to pay him homage, or will it still work?
Yeah, you can be like, or you can be like, I got a friend. You know, people always do like, I got a friend who high all the time. Mm-hmm. Or you're gonna be like, let me ask y'all a question. My boy told me this. Mm-hmm. Let me see if this, you know, or whatever it is.
Is he racist? Is
or whatever.
Racist for this?
You're like, my friend has a fear. Now I had the fear. My man Don was like, hey man, I had a horrible dream. You can do that. Mm-hmm. I had a dream of blah 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 blah. And then you just talk as him. And then
I was thinking about bringing it back, and I was like, that might. As soon as he had said, "I see what you're doing over there, brother," and I was like, oh God, I know you gave it to me.
I'm seeing it. But he didn't rat you out like, good job doing my joke.
He didn't. He was just like, I see what you're doing over there, brother. As in like, yeah, use it wisely.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
I would give cats jokes, bro. Mm-hmm. I've had people. I've been paid to give out jokes to people. Yeah. That I'm not at liberty to say. Yeah. But I've definitely done.
Not at liberty.
Yeah, I'm not at liberty to say. Yeah. No, none of our crew, not punch ups. Right. I've given entire bits. Okay. But not our crew. But I'll tell you after. Oh. But not anybody in our clique. I've never seen. We've done the punch up thing, but I've never seen Tony do a bit from someone else. Mm-hmm. DC is probably one of the most original people I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'd be like, dog, how do you think of this shit? Yeah. So. But yeah. That's what you have to. I can't tell the people.
I hate giving Tony punch ups because in the pitch he's so excited. But do you wait to try to see if he does it again? Like, hey, he always does different stuff.
He might, he's always doing something different. He might forget. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. I like that.
He'll do back-to-back shows, a whole different show. Yeah. Be like, yeah, all right.
I was like, did you do it? I don't want to ask him. Hey, did you do it? Like, nigga, calm down, man.
Now you can
get to it.
Hey, you ever try that tag?
From 08? Nigga, no, what?
Remember that tag I gave you in 2006? You remember that tag? You were doing a joke about the chicken eating nuts.
Chicken eating nuts.
We covered a lot of ground today.
We did, man.
We went from, I don't know where we started.
We started off with herpes. Herpes.
Because of Usher.
Yeah.
Usher was giving out herpes.
Put it up in the comments. Have y'all found out has Usher really given that woman herpes?
Usher 100% gave that woman herpes.
I feel like it was a speculation.
Then he gave her some Usher bucks. Go get that fixed on me.
Gave her some Usher fucks. And then dropped off some chains of herpes. I feel like she was like,
my man said USHERPES.
Gave us herpes. You're like, hold on.
Baby, tell me what you really want to do.
Tell me how much the allegation's gonna cost.
7 o'clock, you get that shot in that hot box cruising the streets. I got a pretty girl getting herpes waiting on me. Yo, if you guys ever, we got it.
Bumps up.
We got it. Well, here's the thing, dog, about Dion Lack. Dion Lack, if you're ever around Dion people, play Drew Hill, like any kind of Drew Hill, any kind of Cisco album, and you're gonna get the greatest concert of all time. Mm-hmm. If you play any song from Drew Hill, Cisco solo albums, you're gonna get the greatest concert you ever imagined.
Drew Hill is the best group of all time.
You're gonna get the greatest concert of all time. Twilly didn't agree.
Drew Hill's the greatest group of all time, and I've heard all their albums. Okay, something's happening with the feed.
Dion,
no one can hear that.
Is gonna give you the greatest. Dion and I were riding in my vehicle once back when I had. And I played. Did I play Drew Hill first? Maybe
Cisco. It was definitely a thong song.
No, that did come up. And Dion gave the greatest performance I've ever seen. I was like, yo, I don't even need to see these cats live. I would pay Dion to do an entire catalog.
If I could sing.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Problem. I love Drew Hill.
It was great. I was like, I've not seen this side of Dion at all.
Yeah.
It came out here.
Yeah, you goddamn right. Cisco, man. Cisco is. I wish he went solo and didn't get big headed, because that second album was trash.
I never even heard. I can't remember what song was on there. What was one of his singles?
He got cocky. He tried. First album was fire.
Yeah, first album was fire. Into the Dragon.
Yeah,
Into the
he
Dragon
tried
was
to
fire.
pump out another one real quick. And also, I'm gonna put a pin on this. Cisco's. I want y'all to argue with me. Cisco's album is better than any of Drew Hill's albums.
Oh shit, Twilla is having a
she's
fit
upset.
over
Twilla's upset. Collectively, bar for bar, album for album, put these tracks up against Drew Hill songs.
Everybody's gonna disagree with you.
I know,
but
He hasn't heard a Drew Hill album.
I didn't need to hear a Drew Hill album.
So you're a Cisco fan. I played Drew Hill songs.
Yeah,
in that car
I
that
played
day.
Drew Hill songs, but I'm mostly a single person.
Yeah.
So I've only heard a lot of the singles. So I didn't have the patience to go back to listen to all.
Drew Hill has great albums.
They have great albums, but they have a lot of skits. And
Everybody did.
And also
the 90s, everybody did.
Yeah. But I feel like their singles is like the three albums that they have. People try to mush those together and say they have a great catalog. They do have a great catalog, but their albums don't weigh. She's getting freaking over.
Well, I can understand if you haven't heard a whole album, then I get her frustration, because how can you say that?
Right.
So I get that, Twilla. That's a great point
Yeah.
to make. But I'm still not against your argument of saying that Cisco has, because you can still say he's got a better catalog
Against like
every album.
What album? What Drew Hill album can trump Cisco's album, Into the Dragon?
I can't even tell you album names because I only know by the songs that they're on.
Into the Drew.
Into the Drew. He did Into the Dragon.
Yeah. Then it's
Cisco said Enter the Me, baby. What about us? Oh yeah. Y'all too. Where's Cisco from?
Baltimore.
Is it?
I think it's called Drew Hill.
Is that what the area they grew up in?
I think so.
Okay.
I need to watch their documentary so I can act.
They have a documentary out there?
You know, probably like a untitled. What's it called?
It just doesn't seem like Cisco fell off. I was like, this dude was song was hot for 3 years.
Shit. I was hot for like a decade.
It
was somewhere.
I remember I was in high school, and every year we played that song. It was, why does my skin look so great? This camera's amazing, bro.
I thought you were talking about.
Oh my
I
God.
thought you said I was in high school, and I was like, why is my skin so great? I
No,
was like,
my
how's
skin
that
my skin was
translate?
Anyways, I was just looking at the camera like, why am I so shiny? Go ahead.
They had an album called Drew Hill, Drew World Order.
Yep, remember that.
Enter the Drew.
Okay.
And
You got to give me the songs off of those, then I'll be like, ooh.
So obviously 98. I'm sorry, let me go 96 first. What was that? Oh, I thought that was Flagellants.
No.
I was like, Jesus, brother, you try to slide that out. I hear that.
The mic caught it. Izzy loves making fart noises now.
I mean,
That's what she does all day.
Fart noises always.
She likes to fake sneeze and fake fart. She'll be like, at you. Like, you're
So if I
hilarious.
name these off,
All right,
you would know these.
I think
tracks.
so. Let's do
All
it.
right. Anthem,
No, probably.
interlude.
I gotta hear
Nothing to prove.
it. Okay, probably not.
Tell me.
Tell
Obviously,
me.
everybody know that. Tell me. Do you believe?
I had to hear it.
So you put one finger up because you know. Tell me.
Okay.
All right. I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right.
I'd have to go back because I don't listen to Drew Hill that often. I'm pretty sure I've heard
Right.
all their albums. I just can't think of
Right.
the song. Okay. Yeah, I know what I heard.
You said, "Do you believe?" You know that one like that? You think that's about?
Do you believe? Fuck, I had to hear it.
Whatever you want.
I have to hear it.
See, what I'm saying it's not sticking with you, is it?
It's because I don't know I put it on and I play it on. I'm like, you know what song is hot? That's not trash. I'm a guy though. Like if you say turn to track 7, I'm like, well, what is it? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
But
like,
I'm telling you the titles.
But I'm just saying, I don't know the names. I play something and I go like, what was that one song? Blah 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 blah. Even with albums out, which I do whole albums, I can't tell you what a single track is called on something. I'll be like,
do the hip hop trivia thing with you for real.
Bro, I'm trash. I would lose.
Satisfied.
Yeah, baby, are you satisfied? I don't know. That's not the.
So should I trump this one? Get this out the way because I'm only on track 7.
But it doesn't because I don't know it doesn't mean because I don't know about like that doesn't mean it's not dope. And I think I know later Drew Hill.
Right, 98 was fired. This was I think this was 96
because I was 11.
And their singles on here was 5 Steps.
Mm-hmm. 5 Steps.
In My Bed.
I'm thinking in my bed.
Somebody sleeping in my bed, messing with my head.
I'm with you.
And Never Make a Promise. And of course, Tell Me. Those were their singles.
Those are solid singles.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm saying they're singles. Cap, like they do a number.
Well, how many tracks on the album?
That was 14.
Well, that's 4 out of 14. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 14. That's a good chunk. That's like a quarter of it being fire.
Okay. Now we're doing Enter the Drew.
Okay. What year is Enter the Drew?
This is 98.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Okay.
Obviously, it's an interlude, Enter the Drew. Second one, Real Freak. Do you want to do the singles? Because obviously, I see a pattern that you don't know any of these.
It's hard knowing.
How deep is your love? You know that. How deep is your love of me?
But see, even like that, if you said how deep is your love, I'm like, but as soon as you hit it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that shit. That's me. I don't know.
You're Everything.
Okay.
Of course, Beauty.
Beauty is her name. That's so good.
Cisco's like, should I go first? Like, Jazz, you got this one, brother. Yeah. Funny thing is, that's not even a single.
Beauty wasn't?
No. But it was played so often.
Beauty is her name.
Hoping I can make you mine. For another man steals your heart. And then in mine. Baby will never be. Here's Cisco. Woo, did take my time. But I didn't want to.
One of my favorite songs is a song called Angel, which I'm not sure if it's on that album
here.
or not. It's on that one? Angel's one of my favorite songs, bro.
Yep, how'd it go?
'Cause you're my angel. Great voice. My star up in the skies. We've been to hell and back together. Why you wanna leave me now? There's something, 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 something. Take my heart pain away. Then it's something, 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 right? Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah. Like
you're my angel.
You're not singing at all. You're just talking.
You're
just talking.
I cannot sing at all.
In the balance. You're just talking.
This is how it. Thank you.
J-Lo's
made a great career talking. Talking.
Yeah. Yeah, they just have 5 singles. This has 17 tracks. 17 tracks, and they have 5 singles.
Yeah, the whole album was solid.
Yeah. Okay.
Fire.
Hey man, argue with your mama, okay? All right. You want to do Cisco, Drew Hills, because I can feed you the beast.
Okay, we're gonna unleash.
Whoa, hold up.
Hey, all right, wait. Who wins in the verses? Genuine or Cisco?
Shut up.
What are you talking about?
Genuine versus Cisco?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I think Cisco has a bigger catalog because of. But if you just took because Genuine was solo, but Genuine got hits, bro.
Yes, like 5.
What are you talking about?
You want me to say it differently? I ain't got 3 hits.
I think Genuine got more than 5.
Pull it up.
I think Genuine got My Pony, right? Same OG.
Okay.
And he's got In Those Jeans, Differences, right? He's got another really big one I'm missing. Oh, So Anxious. That was huge, right? So,
And guess what?
Huh?
That's it.
No, that's not it.
That's it.
No, Genuine got more.
That's it.
Was it doom 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 wow? The only thing now.
Oh,
hold
that's
me back.
Timbaland.
What are you talking about? It's not. That's a Genuine song.
You said doom doom.
No. What? No. When I take to hold these plaques and 7 cents and hold me back, then it is a Genuine track. It's what?
You just rhymed your track.
No, it's God damn it.
Yeah.
Genuine got hits, bro.
The fact that you don't know the hit.
I just gave you 5 off the dome.
I was
though.
going to say he only have his 5.
He's got more. That's how I'm trying to think of the track.
He only have his 5.
So I don't know what it's. I'll do anything. I had to hear it. Yeah, that was them. That was them.
Genuine got 5 hits.
Bro, that's.
Oh, I can. This is not his song, but he was.
What's so different? Thank you. That's
But
sick.
you just said different.
That's differences.
That's a different song.
Different song.
Differences and something different is different songs.
I think what you were doing was what's so different, right? Or no?
Yeah, it was one of those. Yeah, and the best man I can be. You remember that? I can be. You remember that shit?
That was with Tyrese.
What are you talking
about? That wasn't his song.
No, it was his song.
That was not his song.
None of your friends' business. None of your friends' business. Come on, man.
That was with Maya. That was Maya's
What
song.
What are you talking about? Why are you trying to take it away from?
That was
If
Maya's
it's a
song.
verses, it doesn't matter. It's just the songs that. Oh, it was You Owe Me with him and Nas.
Nah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Nah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I think the remix to I Need a Girl was bigger than all his songs. He was on that song.
I need a girl to that one to ride. It wasn't. It wasn't bigger than So Anxious. It wasn't bigger than My Pony. It wasn't bigger than In Those Jeans. In Those Jeans was a big song.
I guarantee. I'm going out on a limb. That song, that Diddy song with Genuine, is bigger than all his songs.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not bigger than it. And
Normally
then,
I don't do this.
huh?
No, he said normally I'm gonna do this, but Diddy, give me the remix.
That got really big again because of the dance challenges they were doing.
Yeah.
No, and who's your favorite rapper? You got a favorite?
Favorite rapper?
Yeah, you
Oh,
got a
you gonna
favorite
go there.
MC? Yeah, who you got?
Man, it's Seasons, man. Like what year is this?
Who's your favorite rapper, Dion?
Now.
Who's in like your top 3 of all time?
No, because every time I tell people this, they always question my. What?
I'm not gonna judge your top 5,
was
Dion.
that?
Your top 3. I've heard a lot of noises.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna judge your top 3.
My
Dion.
top 3 people I actually enjoy listening to.
Yeah, your personal.
My personal.
Will
top
Smith is
3.
in my personal top 5.
Okay, well we gonna go there then. It's a safe space, right?
Yeah, it's a safe space.
We vulnerable.
The people may not think so.
Okay,
but me and you,
we're safe.
Safe
all right?
space.
I'm not gonna go to the comments, man, but just go and chew me out. Chingy. No, keep the laugh in. Come on, man.
I'm taking into account that you said you're a single guy. Singles. You don't do a whole album. So I'm taking that into account because I'll be like, bro, they got 2 songs, but I'm taking into account people you enjoy listening to.
Sure.
All right.
So I listen to the whole album. So people I relate to, that I appreciate the talent, the skills, lyricists, longevity.
But your favorites ever.
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we go.
Ludacris.
Okay. Not gonna argue Luda.
Yep. Eminem.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna argue Eminem.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Stand up. And Toby Nwigwe.
Okay. Toby is great. He's in your all-time favorites already?
Why not?
I think I've been here for 2 years.
That's what I'm saying. People be hating on that, man.
He just got here.
Let him live, man. People still say Tupac because he only had, Biggie because he had 2 albums.
mad songs. Well, he had 2 albums, 3 technically because he had a double album, and he had Junior Mafia stuff.
Right. But Toby
And
had
remixes he's
7
been on.
albums. He pumps them out.
The mixtapes and shit?
No, he just be pumping them out.
All right. The only thing I don't like about Toby is that he just sounds boring. He just doesn't have any, I'm so monotone, I'm rapping like this. Not that it's not dope. I just be like, hey, dog, can you, and
And on the flip side, when you see him in concert, he's screaming. So
I
now
bet
it's like, oh, you live with it. So he's like, I just pumped it up for you.
I hate that. Give me the shit that I can be like, but he's like, everybody's calm, everybody's cool, everybody relax. Nobody get too hyped, too calm. Everybody just be like this. And what I'm saying, super dope. You should be excited, but I'm saying it just like this.
Yeah. But his last song, I think people were complaining about that. He opened up like, now that I'm extra relief. He's like, oh, he's like, he changed up on this one.
Yeah, you have to. I'm just like, I don't want to hear the same shit.
Yeah.
No, you have a fun 5, 3. Yeah. You have 2 more? Can you do a whole 5?
I can give you 2 more.
Oh, yeah, here's the other 2.
For the culture.
For the culture.
Lil Wayne.
Okay.
And I will go with Drake.
Okay.
Close to that will be Twista.
All right, I'm not mad at Twista. Your all-time favorites, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, dude. When I say all-time great, stop.
I can give you
hit you in the
No. All-time, because I have a different list of who I think are the greatest and who my favorites are.
Go for it.
So it's a different list.
Go for it.
You know, so like Kanye is one of my favorites.
Oh, I forgot about Kanye.
You can't put him in there now.
No, I'm not.
Lupe Fiasco.
Okay.
I can listen to Fresh Prince all day.
Not Will Smith, but Fresh Prince. Okay.
Well, both, because once you hit into the Big Willie style, you get your Miamis and you're getting jiggy with it, and it takes me back to '97, which is a good time.
Yeah.
And I was singing the Men in Black song earlier today for some reason. For some reason.
Straight to
Here come the Men in Black.
Yeah.
Who else is in there? Nasir. You know what I mean? And Redman.
Can I say something about Nasir? When I hear him,
He just dropped another album called Magic. Super dope.
and I give him the time. I listen to it. When I hear Nas, I'm like, it's boring to me.
You're
hear
a fucking idiot, Dion.
I hear
Nobody gives a shit what you got to say, bro. You shut the fuck up right now, fam. Matter of fact, Twiller, let's jump this thing.
It's never a good time with Nas. It's like
What you
it's
mean?
always like cops are harassing, pills on the ground. It's like we gotta do better, black people. It's like he's like a politician rapper. Like it's not that. It's like I know he can rap, but it's like I need some fun music, man. Like when I don't want to be like
Oochie Wally Wally, Oochie Bang Bang.
that was one of his one that was
Oochie Wally Wally, Oochie. They judged him because it was different than what he did.
Right.
And he did the song with Genuine. You gonna hold my ice, and then back it up. That's the song. Ain't now it going out.
Hold me back like it hold my back.
Yeah, that's what
hold
it is.
me back, brother.
That's what it is.
You can hate me now.
Oh, him and Diddy.
Diddy, yeah.
You won't
like
stop
I
now?
said, it's never a fun time. Like
I just gave you 2 super fun songs.
But
those
album-wise,
are good times.
Like it's always
Life is good.
Yeah,
Life is Good was a good uplifting
I tapped
spiritual.
I definitely listened to his last 3.
Song Daughters.
I definitely listened to his last 3.
The King's Disease.
But it's never like I want to listen to this again because it's more like we should do this, black people. It's always like y'all fucking up, but we can do better, which is a great story. It's a great story, but it's like I don't want to be like, man, all right, Dad, I'm sorry, I'm making some bad mistakes.
I disagree.
Okay,
I strongly disagree.
I can't say anything about your opinion.
Yeah, I think that you're stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You just go into somebody.
Yeah.
I think that what you think is logically dumb. I think that you're less of a human, a dog, even.
Jesus,
a litter. You're a bitch.
Oh, and I'm going to off your head.
No, I can get if somebody goes like, "Oh, Nas don't do it for me."
Yeah.
I can understand if somebody, because I'm big on like, I need you to have some energy. That's why I like
Denzel Curry.
Denzel Curry, big energy.
He's not in your top 5.
No, well, he's not. He just got here also.
So
I've been listening to hip hop since first. He's not my top 5. I don't go, man. I just can't get enough.
So why Biggie's in people's top 5?
Because Biggie's amazing. Biggie's one of the greatest storytellers ever. Biggie's funny. Biggie has some dark shit. Biggie's 2 albums, he out raps everybody. He gives you something different every song. You know what I mean? Whether it's dark, whether it's light, he's got the good positive, the we're gonna go party, and then he's got the like. I mean, one of my favorite songs ever is "Give Me the Loot," which Nas was supposed to do that other voice, but I didn't know those 2 voices was Biggie.
Oh yeah,
I had no idea,
yeah.
bro. For years, I was like, "Who is the other person rapping their ass off?" And it's Biggie.
Hold on, I thought
doing
it was
that, bro.
Warning.
No, it was Give Me the Loot. Give me the loot.
I'm a bad boy.
Give me the loot.
But I thought.
Hold on, let me fuck him in the back.
Yeah,
Hold on,
yeah.
you ain't gotta do that. First, like I was like,
Yeah.
yo, but to do that,
Yeah.
who's doing that?
Right. Dion Lock. I do the.
Will you do that?
I also do that. I was definitely inspired by
So
that.
Biggie should be in your top 5.
No.
Yeah, he should be in your top 5 ever. But that's why I go
was a fan of
like,
him, though.
bro, I haven't heard anybody as versatile. I haven't Armed and Dangerous. So many. I mean, you just
yeah.
you be like, bro, let me
Yeah.
just. And then Biggie, so Papa more smooth and what? I was gonna say smooth in the underoos. I'm trying to remember
Before that.
the beginning of that. But I was just like, he's just the smoothest, coolest rap, bro. Loud relations, lyrical dishes.
But why he in your top 5?
The only reason why Biggie's not in my top 5 anymore is because if you go my favorite that I listen to all the time, then that's the 5 I gave you.
Right.
But if you go who's the best, now I gotta take Will Smith out. I gotta take probably Lupe out in the sense of because I think Lupe is amazing. But then I gotta go, bro. Biggie's in that. When I think about who's the best ever to do it, it's easily Biggie. It was the only a double album in the album. That's how dope he was.
I need to go back to have because when I was junior, sophomore, I definitely listened to him tough.
Yeah.
And there is seasons. Like you have to kind of like where am I at now? Like who do I actually listen to when I'm like I'm about to get in the shower? Who am I gonna play real quick? I'll definitely play those top 5.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will be judging my Twister, but
Nelly's one of the people I can listen to anytime.
really,
Yeah, I grew up. Nelly dropped in 99, 2000. I was 14.
yeah.
He be like, yeah, you
Albums
can
or
find me in St. Louis. This is the album song. Where the guns play, ran all day. Nah. Some got jobs and some sell, yeah. Others just smoke and fuck all day. That was like the first track coming up. I'm the home of the Red Fox. Says your entertainer jetting off of Brian Cox. See it maybe later. I'm like, I know his entire first album, entire first 2 albums.
Wow.
Front to back.
Wow.
But they were huge also. I think that one went diamond. And Nellyville sold like $5 million.
Yeah.
But I'm like, people can't tell me that Nelly wasn't killing.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh man, Nelly's bubblegum. I'm like, hey bro, no matter what anybody says, this cat was killing.
From the mud.
The cat was killing, bro.
Yeah.
So when you go back early on, it wasn't until he did that Sweatsuit album, which might have been his third album, you go like,
Yeah. You try to figure it out.
all right. Drop down, get your eagle on, girl. But
yeah.
I am number 1. I can give you Nelly tracks and you be like, hey, Nelly got hits.
Yes, absolutely.
So
he needs more love.
And then especially for the time that I was in, I'm like, hey man, because I caught Wu-Tang later. I was an adult.
That's another
Wu-Tang was
unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
When I tell you, Wu-Tang do not do it for me. It's I think only song that I really mess with, and I'm sure a lot of people agree with me when it comes to Wu-Tang's top song is of course Cash Was Everything Around Me.
Cream.
But then also
Bring the
Killer
Ruckus.
Bees.
Oh yeah, Killer Bees.
Yeah.
Triumph?
That opening verse.
No, I'm talking about.
Boy,
I'm talking about- yeah, okay.
Abomatomically.
Socrates.
And hypothesis.
if I had a hip hop, which I probably do have a underrated list of hip hop, is easily my favorite member of the Wu. Easily, it's Inspector Deck.
Yeah.
Easily. And people be like, over Raekwon? I'm like, yes, all them niggas.
Yeah.
Inspector Deck has the dopest verses always coming out.
Yeah,
So you think you heard like Neighborhood Spider-Man? Come on, no, it's killing, bro.
Yeah, I they didn't do it for me, man. And I came in hip hop late. Like I never was a fan of like Tribe Called Quest. What's the 2 dudes?
My mom loved Tribe. Used to listen to Tribe all the time. What's the
the 2 dudes?
Frank and Dank? They're from Detroit. You don't know them.
No, the 2 dudes De La Soul.
Oh, okay. I think it was
Little Brother.
It was more than 2. Yeah, Little Brother was great.
Like,
Those were 2.
Cause people like, oh, you gotta get real hip hop. You gotta get what's Havoc? Another dude. Havoc.
Yeah, I know you're talking. I don't know them though.
Yeah. They don't tip my tongue.
But like, you're talking about the cats from New York. Yeah, I never.
Mobb Deep?
Yeah, I never listened to Mobb Deep like that either.
Yeah, so it's like when people were like, you gotta get back to that 90s hip hop, man. I was like, I came late.
I was never big on Jada, Kiss.
Right. Me
But
either.
also I came at a time where, let's see, I think 97 is when I really got into like listening to my own music, which was Will Smith was huge. Aaliyah's doom doom tch, doom 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 doom.
You know what I came to the conclusion of? People don't like their heroes getting people don't like their heroes being dethroned. Now, don't stop me because I'm trying to flow with.
Let's do this. Let's do it.
Here we go. This is about to happen.
Okay.
All right. When somebody as old heads say Rakim is the greatest MC of all times, that's their opinion because technically that's their father.
Right.
That's my hero. He got me through some tough times.
Right.
But if I come in and say Ludacris is my favorite rapper of all time, like nigga, have you heard Rakim? And it's like
it's
no,
not gonna change my mind.
Right. So it's like you gotta listen to him. But it's like, dude, I don't have that same relationship that you have.
Right.
So we're gonna flip to a whole different universe when it comes to sports. A lot of people gonna say Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. I say LeBron James is. Statistically speaking, LeBron has done everything Michael Jordan has done. Only thing Michael Jordan has more of the rings, right? So it looks like this. Michael Jordan was the actual father of these people's heroes. Michael Jordan died. Mom remarried and had a relationship with LeBron James.
Or Kobe.
Yeah, sure. Kobe or LeBron. And now LeBron is doing just as great. Michael Jordan took you to Six Flags. He's taking you to Disneyland. Michael Jordan took you fishing. He took you in the boat under scuba diving. It's like, nah, man. But my dad is like, but he's doing just as great as he did. Like, nah, man, my dad was better. It's like, but your dad's no longer playing, man.
Right.
And he took the template of what your dad was doing. And he's trying to overcompensate to be better. Like, no, my dad is a hero. You can't choose. But does he have 6 rings? It's like, no, he doesn't. But he's trying his best to get there. He's like, but he ain't the greatest then.
I mean, it's hard to argue the ring stuff. Because then you go Bill Russell with 11, but people go like, but the era he played in.
Yeah.
I think if Bill Russell played in this era, he'd still be great.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, because things are different. The technology is different. The fitness, the training is different. I'm like, people be like, he wouldn't be able to hang. I'm like, what makes you think he's not training in the same way? Like, the thing that made him great then, you don't think he has it? Because he could have been an Olympian also. He was like breaking all kind of records.
Right.
But I'm like, yeah, cool. The 50s records would be different than the 2020 records for sure. But that's a dude who goes, I'm the best. Yeah. Like, that same mentality comes with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. I go like, with Jordan, here's why I always say Jordan's the best, which is hard for me to say.
Let's talk for it.
Because when Jordan won his first championship, while he was playing to the end, that he retired the first time, that was from 80, well, he won in 90, 91. To the year he retired in 98, no one else won a championship except for the Rockets when he dipped.
Sure.
Right? So he denied so many people rings. Barkley didn't get his ring. Right. Patrick Ewing didn't get his ring. Reggie Miller didn't get his ring. Dominique Wilkins didn't get his ring. Who was the cat who played with Portland at the time?
Drexler.
Clyde Drexler didn't get his ring. Gary Payton didn't get his ring until later he joined the Lakers. Everybody who came up to him, Patrick Ewing,
Gary and Payton.
I think he won one with Miami years later.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, I think I said the Lakers. Yeah, I meant because the Pistons beat them 0-4. Yeah, so I go, he denied. By the time he became a champion, no one else became champions.
Right.
Until he retired, and Olajuwon got his. They got 2.
Right.
And he came back late in that season, blah, blah, blah. Right? So I go, hey, man, I've seen all these cats get rings off.
Right.
These people.
Right.
I didn't see LeBron keep anybody from getting a ring. Steph almost kept him from getting his, right? I go, you couldn't, dude from Dallas Mavericks went and got his off LeBron. I go, all these guys who you're supposed to keep from winning, right? You're supposed to win over, they all got rings on you and Kobe.
But
you didn't keep anybody from getting a ring.
Y'all making it seem like it was exclusively Michael Jordan. They had a better team.
Here's the thing, dog. Of course.
Team versus player.
How many wins do they have without Jordan? We know Jordan is the guy.
Right.
You put Jordan on any team, he's winning.
He's a pilot.
You put Jordan on any team, he's winning a championship.
Except the Wizards.
He was on.
Keep going.
You put LeBron on any team, he's going to win a championship. You put Kobe on any team, he's going to win a championship. You put Shaq on any team, you put Magic on any team, you put Kareem on any team. Those are guys who are going to bring you a championship.
Right.
Jordan brought you 6, and he denied everybody else. Everybody else started going to try to team up on different teams. Like later on, you see Ewing over here. You see these cats going. You see how many teams did Barkley try to go to win? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I go like, bro, he was the winning MVP every single year.
Yeah.
He was scoring champion. He's every accolade. I'm not even a Jordan guy. I'm a Pistons fan.
Yeah.
But I go, there's no way to deny the dominance he had.
Man's player.
Huh?
He's not. It's the team though.
When it came down to when the ball's in your hand, he's gonna take that bucket. He's gonna make the best play, whatever it is. He's the guy.
Do you remember?
He's a guy averaging 30 in the finals.
Do you remember?
Never missing a game.
Sure. Do you remember when the Cavaliers denied the Golden State Warriors from their perfect season? I'm not perfect season, but their 72 and 9 season, right? Who do you remember on that team?
On that Cavs team?
Yeah.
Kyrie.
Right.
LeBron. Some other niggas.
Right.
What's his name? The dude.
Yeah, there's a lot
got
of
in
people.
trouble.
Yeah, Kevin Love and all that.
Yeah, Love was on there. I don't think he was even playing.
The point is, LeBron.
The 3-1 came back.
They had a great team. A lot of times, teams are like a triangle, as in like these 5 or 4 are great, and then it's kind of like tapered down like that. When everybody is like kind of even, like it's like you have the LeBron's up top, like you'll see the people that's peaking up, but when the team is balanced like that, you're gonna kill. The Lakers now are like this. They have great teams, but a lot of their players
They have great talent.
But
they have a talented team.
They're old now.
Yeah.
If this was 2014, nigga, this was an all-star team.
Right.
But they're all old, so it's like their bench.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
LeBron was once upon a time, maybe still, an automatic trip to the finals for 10 years.
Automatic.
He was going to the finals,
and that's not accomplished.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Nigga.
You're an automatic trip to the finals,
Right?
But then at that time he was like 2 for 8,
For
right?
what?
And then for finals, and then he went back with. But then when you go finals 6-0, you go like, yeah, you got there a lot, but like you lost all the time. He's like, well, I won too with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, which is more talent than Jordan had.
No, they had Pippen and Rodman, Horace Grant. They had a lot of people. Besides,
I would argue.
Who coach?
The better player, right? If I had to choose between, now Pippen's great,
right?
All right, him and Pippen were the team.
Let me tell you this though, Pippen. If he had Pippen, would have made it.
I might agree with you, but Jordan's gonna win a ring. He's gonna win one
without Pippen.
Yeah.
I'd have grab a hold in your soul and never let go.
Because I seen LeBron make a finals with nobody.
Who?
LeBron.
What year?
Early Cavs. Who I don't remember. Thurgood. What was that cat's name? Marshall. I was gonna say Thurgood Marshall, but I can't remember who's that cat. Like LeBron played with straight up scrubs.
Yeah.
His first trip to the finals. Super scrubs.
Yeah.
Right. Then he went to Miami, and you're like, well, you gotta win 4 straight finals appearances for them. They went 2 for 2 with that squad. No, you're not supposed to go 2 for 2.
Yeah, they should have 3-peat. They did 3-peat a long time, had they?
No. You know who 3-peated twice?
Michael Jordan.
And that's another thing. You go like, I took a break, came back.
No.
And 3-piece y'all ass.
They definitely lost against the Magics.
Who?
When they came back. Stop it. Don't do that.
No, I'm saying he took a year off, and he came back half that year.
Right.
Lost. It's a loss.
Yeah.
Because if he won, it would have counted. It's a loss.
Everybody be forgetting that year.
No, that's fine. He still took a break.
Yeah.
And he came back in 3-piece. Like, no matter what.
Right.
He got 2 3-piece.
It's incredible.
So you go out of these 9 years in the 90s, I won 6 of these. I took a year and a half off on y'all. And then I think the 99-2000 league, he was out.
I'll tell you this, though. If LeBron James and Michael Jordan switched, like their careers, the mentality. Let me put a pin in that. You got to applaud LeBron James' mental, because this social media world of people making fun of his hairline.
No. You get none of that. You get no credit for any of that. For the era. But the times were
I'm talking about
them cats did it during the civil rights movement. I want to hear this shit. Hey, nigger, you can't play. You had, what's his name?
90s?
No, I'm talking about in the 50s when you had Bill Russell out here dunking in Boston, which I heard somebody call the North of the South, the South of the North. Somebody said that Boston was the South of the North, which is hilarious. But I'm like, if you're getting called, nigga, Boston hates you, and then you're like, but they're tweeting me.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No, you don't get credit for that. You didn't go through oppression.
But you can't escape the internet and people asking you questions like, well, we seen what you had posted. No, side note, what LeBron had said, keep that same energy about my team. Remember that in the beginning of the season? Like, God damn, bro, you spoke too soon.
They're doing all right now. They're getting better. LeBron has been killing.
Yeah.
LeBron's got the most points he's ever averaged right now. Like
in all his seasons.
He's amazing at 37.
Yeah.
LeBron's killing.
Wow.
So he's not the problem.
Yeah.
And I think they've won. I know they're over 500 now. Maybe a couple games. It might be 60 or some shit like that.
I'm sad my Clippers not doing great because we lost our two top key players.
Yeah, they were. I think they're like 9th place now. Me and you were talking about that yesterday.
19 and 17.
You and my wife are the only Clipper fans I know. There's a couple of you out there, huh?
We're not bandwagon.
No, there's a couple other Clipper fans out there.
Carl Tart,
yeah.
Joey Wells.
Joey was a Clipper fan.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Anderson is a Clippers fan.
Yeah, we out here.
There's a few.
Bill,
Billy Crystal.
Yep.
There's 6 of y'all.
Every time.
That's a good start. So that's why I always say that Jordan was the greatest, because he denied great, amazing players championships by himself. He said, "Oh, Karl Malone, you trying to get this ring? Not on my watch."
There's this dude that's on YouTube named JMX Roller or something like that. He has the best statistic rundowns of any NBA season, whatever. Like, he does this thing of like Karl Malone. He had this thing about Karl Malone in 18 years of playing in the NBA has made it to the playoffs 18 times. He has said their winning seasons. They lost either in the 7th and 8th. Not 7th, 8th. They lost in the 3rd, like you know what I'm talking about.
Like the semifinals or the finals?
No, they never got swept.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah.
So like he's doing like statistics like that.
Yeah.
Like so he does like all the years they went. It was like they lost game 4, game 3, game 4, and it was like, and you see all these little statistics like they almost made it so many times. Like, and like 6 of those times was because of this guy right here. You see Michael Jordan like. So it's like, damn it, dude.
Bro, I'm talking East or West. Yeah. You're not getting to the finals past him. Once he became a champion. Right. And I looked at that from LeBron. Once he became a champion, or even, I didn't even give him the first finals. Once you became a champion, I'm like, you're supposed to run that era.
Yeah.
You're supposed to say, like, Kobe and Shaq, that's probably the best duel ever.
Oh, man.
Right? You three-peat, then they couldn't get it together. The mighty Pistons broke up their whole shindig, and they all go off on their separate ways, right? Yeah. So I'm like, no, man, like, you're supposed to be the guy who, hey, Shaq, I know we're not getting along, right? I know I snitched out that you pay women to have sex with you.
God damn it,
I know I do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Here's
$50 million, whatever I can give you. Let's keep this together.
Right.
Like, you never heard, even when they were talking about Jordan's issues, it was never between him and Pippen. You didn't hear, like, yo, Pip was tripping. And I was like, hey, bro, you got to, you know what I mean? I'm just like, these cats really, that's a bigger part of it. This is why I say Tom Brady's the greatest. Because Tom Brady,
I agree, too.
And it's not even because of the 7 championships, which is crazy.
Right.
10 Super Bowls,
right.
7 championships, which he's got the most, I think, ever. But I look at Tom and I go, he's willing to not be the highest paid quarterback. He's willing to take less money to get other people on.
Wow.
Always.
I know that.
You watch the first 3 Super Bowls they win when they're, because this is what happens to teams, right? Who are great. They win early on, Patrick Mahomes, because they're on a rookie deal. Once they're off that rookie deal, that defense is never the same because they can't afford all these people. Wow. Because the quarterback sucks up so much money. So you see the break that Tom had from 2001, 2, 3 when they went 3 and they 3-peated. It was years later that he won another championship because he got a big-ass contract.
Oh.
And then you lose all that defense on that stuff. Tom said, I'm going to take less money, and I'm never going to be he was never the highest paid quarterback in. Good checks, right? But he wasn't making what Aaron Rodgers is making. He's not making what Ben Roethlisberger. All these people are different times where they're the highest paid quarterback. Super selfless, right? Because he wants the best offensive line. He's had one season with a great wide receiver with Randy Moss. You can't name me another great.
Oh no, it was a bunch of little tiny little white boys. That was
You can't name me another Randy Moss.
No, but I know
you can name a Wes Welker.
Yeah, and it was another one
Danny
too.
Amendola.
No. I know Welker, but it was another guy that was like him.
I think he's still playing with the Patriots. I know you're talking about Edelman. Julian Edelman. That's the other dude.
I'm trying to see the last name. I see him back in the jersey. How you spell it?
Number 11. Edelma.
No, it was another one. I find it.
That was it.
No,
then he had like Deion Branch. He had a bunch of guys who weren't Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
the Wes Welker's not a Hall of Famer. Edelman, maybe. We'll see. Right? But when you look at those guys, I go, he had one season where he had one of the greatest wide receivers ever, 50 touchdowns.
And he lost.
And they lost in that finals because of Eli's magic.
Yeah.
And that Giants defense is underrated. It's one of those greatest defenses ever.
Right.
Because that defense was crazy.
Right. And it sucks is they lost twice.
Yeah, 2 of them.
That's crazy.
But that defense was, but people underestimate. Eli was never that great.
Right.
But that defense?
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Strahan, he had just had, and I forgot the other dudes now. He's got the John
Michael Strahan was playing?
Mm-hmm. You want to know? Yeah. So anyways, his selflessness, I go, dude, Tom's willing to take less money. Giselle's a billionaire. He makes more money off of Gillette and Rolex and shit. You know? Yeah. So he gets all this other money. He's like, I don't need that shit. You pay these offensive linemen to keep me, because Tom is slow.
So does all teams have the same salary cap?
You're supposed to. Everybody has the same amount of money.
You're supposed to.
You're supposed to. Well, I mean,
they be
because some people will go into the same with NBA. Some people will go into like the penalty. They'll just be like, well, taxes.
Wow.
You know, so NBA does that a lot. Like they'll have a salary tax kind of thing. I forgot what it's called, but a penalty of some sort where they have to, if you go over that, you just have to pay. So some people, I remember like Golden State had that problem when they were like trying to pay all those guys, and Durant, and it was like, oh, we got to go over a little bit. You know, like, all right, we'll pay that. But if you know, of course, the more money you make, but dude, those guys, when I look at Tom and I go, he's done the most with the least for years. Years. I can name you a few good people he's played with, but he doesn't have a bunch of Hall of Famers. Like I can go like Peyton Manning's gonna have Marvin Harrison, he's gonna have Dwight Freeney, he's gonna have who was the other wide receiver he had? He's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Not T.Y. Hilton before that. Damn, I'm blanking on his name. 87, I think. But anyways, I can name you some other people
Gronkowski.
Gronk's the only one.
He was
that's his tight end.
But you said wide receiver.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
But that's, I mean, great. He's got one of the greatest tight ends ever, right? Had to come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come back and
2
do
years.
this with me. 2 years.
Yeah.
But I go, man, he's done that out of 20 years.
Would you? I've seen this happen before. If somebody say, I want to pay you $10 million for a 4-year contract, or I'll pay you 1 year for like $2.5 million. I'm jacking up the math.
Okay.
Because homeboy from the Lakers who went to the Boston.
Oh yeah.
He had that weird contract of like he turned down
$86 million.
Right, but he was like, because it was like, I'm gonna be so much better in 4 years. So he's like, I'm gonna turn that contract down because
I think he was trying to get $100 million.
Right.
And nobody thought he was worth that.
Right.
And so when the Lakers turned it down, I don't think he got a veteran's minimum, but he got like
he's not Gruder?
Schroeder,
Shorter.
whatever you say his name.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was like, I understand what you're saying, because it's like you can't lock me in for 4 years, man. Like, because I'm about to be a franchise player. Like, I'm about to be, like, in his head, he's like, I'm about to be the next Kyrie Irving. So you ain't gonna lock me in for 4 years for that. You know what I'm saying? So is it smart or dumb if you feel like I'm about to be the next best thing? You're not gonna pay me this bitch ass money.
Hey man, I say, what's what I need? If somebody say, hey Chaz, you can get $10 million now, right, for 4 years, or you can wait in 4 years and get $20 million, right? We'll double it. I go, all right, I'm gonna take that 10 now because I need that 10. I'm pretty sure somebody's supposed to pay me more later. I'm young, right? I'm young enough to do this. Schroeder's is young enough. But if you say, here's $86 million, or you can try to go get, because the thought people have is that if they're willing to pay me 86, somebody will pay me 100.
Right.
Like, nah. If somebody's willing to pay you $86 million and you don't have $86 million, now if I had $50 mil,
he's not a rookie.
He's not a rookie, but he's not $50 mil. He got a couple millions of dollars. He's none of that. $86 million. That's life. We're talking life changing money.
Yeah.
$1 million to me and you is life changing money.
Absolutely.
Right? I can do a lot. $1 million is not a lot of money in the grand scheme of life, especially now. But for me and you, we go, I can go do some things. I got a check for $18,000 and I was like, oh my God, my whole life has changed. Right? I was like, I can do some shit now. So if somebody says, Chaz, I'm gonna give you $1 million, which you take care of, 86 million take care of you and your whole family. It's gonna put you guys at a whole nother level. Look how much more exposure, how much more can you do with that 10 million, whatever, if this is a scenario. Somebody says 10 million for 4, I'm taking that money. Because for one, I don't have another deal.
Right. But if the 1 year deal is bigger, so the math wise, if it's $10 million for 4 years, that's broken up to 20. That's 2.5 a year, right? Mm-hmm. That's broken up. I think that's about right math. I don't do that's right math.
2.3.
But what if it's like? What if it's like we're gonna pay you $4 million for a 1 year contract? Mm-hmm. In the grand scheme, that's more money
per year.
Yeah,
right.
So it's like we're gonna pay you $4 million a year, or you can pay $10 million.
Because in the hoop world, in the sports world in general, you go injuries. Right, like you're gonna offer me 10 for 4. Remember Steph's first deal?
No,
like Steph had his rookie contract and he didn't get he was the lowest, not the lowest paid Warrior, but when they were in that run, he was making less than Clay, less than Draymond, less than Iggy. He was like on the bottom of it, less than Durant. But he also knew that money was coming because now he's crazy. But he took that deal because he was like, I had those ankle injuries, and he's just like, I had so many unknowns that this was a safe bet. And who else is going to – I wanted to stay there. So he took less money that first time. And then, of course, he's a 2-time MVP, unanimous, kaboom, and he got the highest paid player of all time. So I'm like, bro, go take that money. Go take that guaranteed life-changing money. Don't say no because you can always do more. Even with that money, I'm like, you're going to make your good investments. Yeah. I'm going to be able to use that money to do more. I'm like, I'm going to go, Chaz, here's $100,000. Or you can wait till a year and try to make it. Give me that 100, right? I'm gonna be smart with my money, right? I'm not gonna marry somebody who has bad. I don't know how long we've been talking, but because that was a long reference a long time ago. But I'm like, I'm gonna go take that bread, bro. That's just smart.
Yeah,
it's smart to take money,
right?
That somebody wants to give you
up front,
unless you have another deal in hand. Unless I can go, well, these people are offering me this, and you can take a second and be like, they're offering me 86, 80 takers. I'm gonna take that deal.
If you could foresee your future, as far as
which I can,
as an NBA player.
Oh, okay.
Would you rather have a career like Michael Jordan, where not like greatest of all time, more like run? The first 10 years of your life is duds, and the last 10 you killed, or a career like Steph, where the beginning of his career. I shouldn't say Steph. I don't know if it's like the thing. First 10 years was nigga killing, but then you tapered off at the end. There are people like, he used to be good. Which one would you rather have?
I'm gonna rather take the going out on a high note.
On a high note?
Yeah, because I remember when John Elway retired. He had won 2 Super Bowls back to back.
Yeah,
that's how you retire, bro. He had. I think John Elway went to 5 Super Bowls. Yeah, he was like 0 for 3. So if you say, hey, just hang in there, you're going to – this is the year. You're like, man, to 5 to go 0-3 in Super Bowls?
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely take that.
You don't know Jim Kelly?
No, that 0-4, just keep at it. How great is that team?
Yeah.
That Bills team?
Yeah.
So great.
91 to 94.
0-4. But how good is your team? You're dominant.
Right. That's LeBron James.
That's LeBron.
And you see how much you
They're not the greatest of all time,
though? You praising them, though?
I praise LeBron. Dude, LeBron is incredible. Is he the greatest ever? No. Will he be the greatest ever? He'll be in that combo easily.
Let me tell you something.
He'll be in that Mount Rushmore.
Let me tell you how much you're a hater.
How am I a hater?
Let me just put it. Today, if LeBron James misses no shots for the rest of his career, goes to the championship, wins.
Okay.
His last 2 years, never misses a shot, triple doubles every game. You'd be like, but it took him 20 years to get his 6th ring.
I would say, he's got 4 now.
He has 5.
No, I think he's got 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, still one less than Jordan, because I was about to say about Kobe. Still one less.
Hater, dude.
Not a hater.
But I'm gonna say, what if his last 2 years he won the championship?
You're a great player.
You ain't gonna give it to him.
Wait. You're one of the greatest ever. LeBron's one of the greatest ever.
Come on. How can you dethrone Jordan?
Yeah.
Can you say, damn, LeBron finally did it?
Yeah.
He has 7 rings.
Go get 7 rings.
He's figured it out.
Go get 7 rings.
He never missed a shot.
Because LeBron's also probably going to be the greatest, have the scoring title of all time by the time he's done. He's probably going to have that, which gives you a big, like, wow, dog. Like, that's like Kareem was 7 foot doing that. Like, LeBron's going to have 10,000 assists. He's going to have every stat imaginable. He's going to have the longevity, right? Because people are going to play, well, hey, if Jordan had his 2 years, he would. I'm going, these aren't the numbers. Mm-hmm. But if you tell me that you have all this, because Karl Malone, right, is the second leading scorer of all time. Kareem has 5 rings, I think, in the title. People never even talk about Kareem. They always put Jordan on top.
So rings are important to you.
Championships.
So John Sally.
What do you play for?
Why is he not a part of the?
Well, because he's not the greatest player. You're not gonna. Here's the thing though. If you start your team with somebody, you're not picking John Sally.
But what I'm saying, Robert Horry.
But you're not. If you said I have the number 1 pick ever, you're not picking either one of those cats to lead your team.
So rings are not important.
Rings are important.
Rings are not important.
Rings are important.
John Sally, Robert Horry has just the amount of rings.
But they're role player guys. If we're talking about championship guys, because Steve Kerr's got a gang of rings. Mm-hmm. But if you say, but you know, they're not great players. They're good contributors. They're key role players. Mm-hmm. Come off the bench, hit a big shot. Nice job. You played 20 minutes this season.
A lot of people won't talk about this.
What?
Statistically, all the stats. Pippen has a lot of things greater than Jordan.
I agree.
And
Pippen is great. And the rings. Pippen is great.
But nobody wants to say Pippen's the greatest of all time.
Well, because Pippen had his own team with Portland and he didn't win.
And Jordan with the Wizards. So stop.
He was old. Pippen is younger than Jordan. Right?
I don't know.
He's younger.
Okay.
He came in later. And then he had his own team with the Wizards who went to the finals. Went to the Western Finals, I believe. Yep. They lost. Had he won, you can be like, oh, goddamn, Pippen led a team to a championship. But he didn't.
Take that same stat, go over here. A lot of people want to say this. Tim Duncan had a better career than Kobe Bryant.
Tim Duncan is, I think, if you said I had to pick a player, Timmy's in that list of people I pick first.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
Picking Jordan over.
Yep. And the reason why nobody talk about that is because Tim Duncan is quiet.
Yeah, he's quiet. He's slow.
Yeah.
Slow? People go, well, yeah. I mean, he was.
I thought you were talking about mentally slow.
No, he was, hey, I was the boy. No. You pick a Magic, you pick a Shaq. If you're going to pick people that you want to start the game with, or your career, like your team, that's how I look at it. I go like, if I had a number 1 pick, who am I picking? I'm picking a dude who has 6 titles. I'm picking that guy.
So Robert Horry.
Because he's a winner.
No. You asshole, dude.
Because he's
y'all too biased.
He's going to lead me to a championship. Who's leading? LeBron is somebody you pick, for sure. Did I pick LeBron over Jordan? Nah. Not yet. Until you get 6.
So
until you get 6.
Let me tell you how much of a contradicting person you are.
Why?
Because the ring is technically a marriage, but it's not about the marriage. It's about how great of a player you are. Mm-hmm. And you talking about you got to sign the contract. Mm-hmm. We ain't got to do that. But now it's like it's all about the end game.
The champion. So you're comparing the ring of marriage to the NBA championship?
That's the end game of a relationship.
You either stay together or you break up.
If you have an amazing relationship, everything is perfect. And they be like, but y'all never got married though, so that's not a perfect.
Who gives a shit about that?
Nigga, that's what I'm trying to say about LeBron.
What are you talking about?
He has an amazing career. But you're saying
I'm saying LeBron is one of the greatest players of all time. He'll go down as on the Mount Rushmore. There's 4 on the Mount Rushmore.
He's in a great relationship with the NBA.
He's got a great relationship with the NBA.
But he ain't get married 5-6 times.
Well, he ain't Jordan. Until you get 2 more rings.
Jordan been married 6 times.
Well, hey man, you got to. You play to win championships.
I'd choke the shit out of you.
Huh?
I'd choke the shit out of you.
Why? I'm not playing to be like, hey guys. LeBron wants a championship.
Sure, we all do.
Right. LeBron wants to have
still do.
18 championships. Mm-hmm. Right. Every time you don't win a championship, that's a losing season. If you don't win a championship, absolutely. Jordan has had some of the most winning seasons ever.
Pippen did.
So did Pippen. You're right.
All right, I'm tired of you, man.
What are you talking about?
Because.
But if I had to pick my team, you're picking Pippen over Jordan to start your team.
I'm picking LeBron over everybody.
I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I'm gonna go. That's a great pick.
Right.
If you pick Durant, I go. That's a great pick. Mm-hmm. If you pick Shaq, I go. That's a great pick. There's a lot of great players.
But you're talking about the rings.
But I'm saying the guy who's the most dominant in their time, taking Jordan. Because he denied everybody, I think, no matter what era he plays in.
He had one earring hoop. I don't judge.
I want the guy who didn't share. Magic let Bird get some rings in there. No, you let the Pistons get some in there. Yeah, they let him. I'm like, no, you don't. No, not on my watch. By the time I win my championship, nobody else wins until I retire. Jordan did that. I'm a champion. I'm the only champion. That's crazy. no one else is winning while I'm playing. Get out of here. That's a champion, bro. That's what makes him the greatest to me. Dion, me and you are on stage, right? Mm-hmm. We're both performing. Mm-hmm. I go, hey, Chaz, you won Comedian of the Year. Until I retire, no one else is winning Comedian of the Year. They go, Dion, you had a great career. Yeah, but Chaz won Comedian of the Year every year. You goddamn right I did. That's why I'm the best ever. Because while I was at my prime, at my peak, no one else was better than me. But, that's why I put Jordan over there.
But that's a tally of people that's agreeing with that versus like, hey, I actually did more than that's coming.
You had a great career, but you're not the greatest of all time because while I played, I was the most dominant player in my era.
Oh, true shit.
No one else won. When I won, nobody else won.
We had two people win between 95 and 94.
Who was we?
The Rockets.
Oh, you mean when I took my sabbatical? Yeah, y'all can have that. Fight it amongst yourselves, peasants. I thought I'd share. You think Georgia could have won 8 in a row?
No.
Why not?
That takes a toll. Because now it's the oh boy, it's that feeling of can we keep up? It's a feeling of it's like holding the weight, like. Hey, no one has ever done this before. No one has ever done 4-peat. He's like, yeah, okay, all right. Now that when you had to start from scratch, it's like, whoo. All right, now we have another feat to go back up. Mm-hmm.
So you think you have to lose to get hungry again?
Yeah, it's like, why are we doing this?
I think Jordan's the type of person who wouldn't. Or Kobe. I think they're both.
I think they asked him on the Last Dance, didn't they?
What?
Can you think if you didn't retire, y'all would have went 8 in a row?
Oh, did they?
He had said, I needed that break.
I'm sure he did. His dad just passed. Like, I think there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man.
Well, we have to wrap this thing up like a chicken wrap.
I love chicken wraps. I want one.
Yeah. Thank y'all,
That was a good conversation.
It was fantastic. I love arguing with you. Yeah. I love arguing with you.
Yeah, we talked a long time.
Yeah, we did.
This had to be a 2-hour episode.
It had to be 2 hours.
Yeah.
My titties are sweating again.
Mine, too. It's hot in here now. Yeah, I'm about to pass out.
Yeah,
I'm having hot flashes.
That's what Nelly said.
It's hot in her. Mm-hmm. Greatest rapper of all time.
Yo, have you heard that Chance the Rapper
country version? I did.
That's so dope.
The country version he did?
Yeah.
He did I'm Number One. What did he do? What song
he did that song. He's like it's getting
hot
he did. In here.
Yeah.
So take off all your clothes.
He did a great job.
Yeah.
What show is that?
It was called
That's My Jam. I didn't even hear about that.
And it's a Jimmy Fallon show, and they did the little. It's fake as hell. You do like a little pull a lever, and it's like do a country song of country grammar. It's like y'all can do that. It's
they definitely rehearsed this.
Yeah, we can figure it out. All right, here we go. I was like, stop it.
That was great. Yeah, man. Great talk, man.
Yeah. I am Dion Lack. This is Chaz.
I'm nobody to you. I'm nobody.
Are you still Laugh at Chaz?
Nah, I think I'm into I'm Chaz. I think I'm still Laugh at Chaz on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to be I'm Chaz. I don't have I can't get it. I got to know how to change it on YouTube.
Somebody bought it?
No, I'm just old. I'd be like, how do you change this?
Yeah.
How do you? I was going live with the glasses. How do you do this?
I need to go live more, man.
Yeah, man. People love it.
Yeah. Can we go live together on YouTube?
Yeah, I don't know. You can do it on IG. I don't know if you can do it on YouTube.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I went live with Tahir, Tony, Teddy Ray, and Jakara on live like 2 weeks ago. I got
mad followers.
150 followers.
Dang.
Just from talking to them.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to talk to more people.
Yeah. Being active is a huge thing.
Sexually
doing shit. Sexually active. It's how you get Usher herpes. USHERP. Yes.
Us herpes.
I want to do that sketch so bad.
That's funny.
Let me go give you these herpes, baby.
Let me get this kid a herpes, please.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, yo. Toodaloo.
No.
Arrivederci.
I don't want to toodaloo out.
No?
No.
What's your exit?
I don't know. Toodaloo's pretty
Toodaloo?
tough.